on?
Yeah, we are.
Cool.
Welcome, people.
Welcome, everybody. We cannot wait. We're so excited to have you here on this beautiful, chilly November evening to broadcast some NCS football. I'm Oliver Stoneman.
I'm Will Miller.
And we are so glad that we get to have you here. Before the game starts, we're going to give you some of our cues of what's about to happen.
Yeah, some big storylines here. First off and foremost, the Acalanes Dons are 10-0 right now and looking to improve to an 11-0 season here. First ever undefeated season in program history and first ever NCS Division I Open Division playoff berth for the Dons.
It's a big year for the Dons. Looking a bit at the game itself, we're going to talk about San Marin. San Marin, they have a dual threat.
Marin Catholic,
sorry. Only time I'll ever do that. It's right here. We're looking at Marin Catholic. They have a dual threat quarterback. Very, very good quarterback. The Dons have to watch out for that. Their running back is also committed Division I to Cal Poly. He is very good. Acalanes has faced another good running back in Jadis Lucky against Clayton Valley. However, this game, considering Marin Catholic has a really good passing game, it's going to keep the Dons on their toes. It's going to be harder to stop the run.
Yeah, and for Marin Catholic, they're on a revenge tour as the man to beat in this bracket is Cardinal Newman. And Cardinal Newman beat them 43-13, I believe 2 weeks ago against Marin Catholic. So they're on the road to revenge right now. We'll see how Marin Catholic does tonight. I believe we are cutting to the players right now, giving out a little bit of speech with Athletic Director Randy Takahashi.
Head coach at Skyline High School and Laney College. His fame included his role on the Netflix series Last Chance U. He is greatly admired and will be sorely missed. Please join me in a moment of silence for Coach Beanie. Thank you all, and thank you, Coach Beanie. And now we have a special message from Bryson Beckett.
Hello, my name is Bryce from Acalanes High School, and this is Beckett from Marin Catholic High School. On behalf of Acalanes High School, I would like to welcome Beckett and the rest of the students, coaches, and fans from Marin Catholic High School to Acalanes High School for tonight's game. Together, we are here to remind everyone that both of these teams have worked equally hard in preparation for tonight's game, and they both deserve your vigorous support and respect.
The students of our two schools enthusiastically support the principles of pursuing victory with honor, and we request that all cheering be done in a positive and respectful manner. As well, we do not consider berating or disrespecting your opponents or the game officials as being a good representative of your respective school or the great game of football.
Please remember that this game is for us, the students of both Acalanes High School and Marin Catholic High School. Please allow everyone here to experience the real fun and enjoyment of high school football. Thank you. Praise God.
Back to our cues of the game. Jeez. Oh, apologies. National anthem. back.
All right, welcome back. As we were saying, our last couple keys for the games. For Acalanes Dons on the defense, this quarterback, like we said before, dual threat quarterback, you can expect a lot of heavy blitz packages. If I had to take my guess, I would say they would stray away from their regular cover 2, go into some cover 0 man, maybe cover 1 with a high shell, try and get pressure onto the quarterback, get him to release that ball quick, get him off balance, get him uncomfortable, and try to overall make a stop.
Yeah, that's some great key football insight. I'm going to give you a little history here. Of course, the Dons, I've recently just bought on the sidelines. You've got Division I football player Trevor Rogers, a former Don here. And there were rumors tonight, I think the rumors were false, but supposedly Marin Catholic and Bay Area legend Jared Goff was going to come to the game. I don't think that's true.
It's a big name.
If not, like if Jared's just like hiding there and like a get up, like a mustache and some glasses, like that'd be sweet. Jared come by, huge Cal fan, and yeah, those are some historical players.
Yeah, besides that, looking at Marin Catholic's defense, they have some superstars. Number 50, I believe, their defensive lineman, that's going to be Vince Tarantino, really cool name, by the way, is by far the best D lineman that Acalanes have had to face this year. So you can expect some interesting blocking schemes, trying to neutralize him to make sure Tyler Winkles can get his time to release the ball.
Yeah, looks like we're about to kick off here. You play that? Yep. Unfortunate thing for us as the broadcast crew is that Marin Catholic does not post any stats on Max Preps. So these are pure film assumptions, which some might say are even better than stats because we get to see who are the dogs in live action.
Your boy Oliver was watching film last night.
Yeah, Stoneman here with me, Oliver. He was staying up late, you know. What's a math test?
What is a math test?
Nothing to him, only football. And get ready for kickoff here.
Here we go, Marin Catholic. Ball is up. It's going to be fielded by number 1, River Lockwood. Ball is taken up past the 20, breaks the first contact, stays up, and is finally taken down at about the 25-26.
Don's able to get a little positive gain right there. Gain back 1 from the touchback. Lockwood with the speed, you know, 2 ways, actually 3 ways if you count special teams.
He kicks PATs.
Yeah, take us away with what's going on here with the Don's offense.
All right, it looks like just off of a pre-read that the Dons appear to be coming out in trips with no tight end in the set. We got Josh Ellerts in the backfield to kick us off. Ellerts averaging 106 yards per game. That's a monstrosity. Yep, here we go. Trips left. Looks like Sam Marin's got a 1 high shell. Ball is handed off to Ellerts, and he is taken down at the line of scrimmage for a gain of about 0, maybe loss of 1.
Yeah, maybe he fell forward there, but Marin Catholic's front is probably one of the best fronts the Dons have faced all year. Besides that, Clayton Valley front, but that Clayton Valley front got tired early because of their lack of subs. All those guys are playing the O-line and D-line, so we'll see how the Dons are able to get the running game established here.
Here we go. Dons come out and trips again. Oh, there we go. Tyler Winkles and the Acalanes offense has been running that quick hard count formation, try and get the opposing team offsides. It hasn't worked a lot this year, but Marin Catholic is a victim tonight as 2 players jump off sides.
Hasn't worked in the previous games. I think that's been a film read for most teams that the Dons love to go on to, but I think the Marin guys weren't looking at the ball right there because Miramani game, if you remember back 4 broadcasts ago, that on 2 got the Dons 20-plus yards of extra free yardage.
Ball is snapped. Winkles goes out left, decides to keep it himself, takes the contact, and is brought down after about loss of 1.
Yeah. So 3rd and looks like they're giving him a gain of 1.
We get a couple
so
yards.
3rd and 4 here with 10 minutes and 41 seconds left in this first quarter.
Here we go. Dons come back out. We got a tight end set. Queen left. Sean Tandler playing tight end here. We got sidecar left. Winkles hard counts again.
Sidecar left means running back left, and Queen means the tight end is with is in the game.
Yes, for those of you who were not watching last week.
We are saddened they missed it.
Here we go. Ball is handed off to Ellerts. Ellerts finds a gap on the outside, breaks out. There he goes down to the sideline, and he's taken down, but not before a first down for Acalanes.
I'd like to point something out there. Ellerts is really intelligent with how he is reading his run blocking, as he faked the inside as Rivera sealed the edge to get Ellerts an extra 5 or 6 yards on that carry. You really have to hand it out to Rivera, putting some grit in there and just blocking the man. You don't see that often from receivers nowadays.
Here we go. We got Queen left, Sean Tandler in the tight end. Sidecar right. Winkle takes the snap, looks deep, and a man. He's going to fire. Intended target, Grant Ricker. And it is not caught. And it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Here comes the Marin Catholic subs. Fingertips. That's the difference right there.
Fingertips, yep. That was a pretty good ball from what we could tell up there. Good defense, you know. DB was with Ricker all the way.
If Ricker was able to hold that one down, I don't think he's getting past the DB there. So Marin Catholic looking pretty solid right now defensively. Been able to force the Dons not to get easy gains on 1st and 2nd down.
And there's that hard count again. Up now in the game. Queen right, Sean Taylor lined up on the short side. Can we expect a run to the right? Let's see. Ball's handed off. No, it is not. Quick play, action play. There goes Rivera down the middle. Can he beat the man? Touchdown, Acalanes!
Wow, just wow. The Dons come out firing in this first drive against Marin Catholic. The Dons are showing that they deserve and want to play here in this D1 Open Division.
Absolutely electric. They said, we're here and we're here to play.
Yeah, electric. Rivera, the man to beat. He's the guy every team schemes up against. It's how are we going to stop Finn Rivera?
You know, well, I've seen that play on Madden. That little
RPO action.
RPO, you know, quick slant. And do we have Neumann taking this PAT? Here we go. He's finally entrusted with the reins. Ball is up, and that is drilled through the upright. 7-0 Acalanes.
If you were tapped into our broadcast last week against Peyton Valley, or no, 2 weeks ago against Peyton Valley, you would have seen Neumann make his debut as Acalanes kicker and lay the boomstick on kickoff. So watch out for number 42 if you're if you're a Marin Catholic receiver.
Yeah, that was really big, and it's good to see. You know, 2 weeks ago against Clayton Valley, they were still having River Lockwood kick those PATs. Now it looks like Omri Neumann has found his footing. And he's confident as a kicker, and he's here to play.
Now that Marin Catholic's going to get a chance to strike back, what do you think you're going to see from this Marin Catholic offense here?
If I had to guess, we're going to kick it off some sort of running game. You know, that running back is really, really, really good, and we're probably going to expect the quarterback to get shifty. He's a guy who's not only is he really good on his legs, but he has great pocket awareness, and he does a great job knowing where those defenders are. So
yeah, I like to point something out here. The Dons have all their starters out in special teams.
Ooh, ball's missed. Oh, and nice hit. Chris Copeland, number 4, gets up to number 5. Elijah Seraphin, that's the running back, and makes a nice hit.
Is that the Cal Poly commit?
I believe that is the Cal Poly commit, number 5, Elijah Seraphin again.
Yeah, as I was pointing out, the Dons like to keep their starters out on special team. Players like Little John, Ellerts, Birdsong, and right there, Copeland, who's starting at that right outside linebacker tonight. They really like to keep their they like to keep their special players in for special teams. They're not letting anyone else play. They want their boys to go down there and make a hit, and that's exactly what Copeland did.
Yeah, I love that. Set a tone. You know, let Marin Catholic know that we're not playing. Here we go.
Dons are playing, but they're not
up.
playing with Marin Catholic.
We got a trips right formation.
That's quad. That's quad.
That is quad. I did not notice that last receiver. Empty backfield. Quick linebacker
Screen
blitz
pass.
for number 3, Tommy Terhart, and it's put down by the D-line.
77. Danny Dunn.
Gets his hands up and ensures that that ball cannot come out. Great first play for Acalanes. And what we were talking about earlier, trying to get that pressure down on the quarterback. We had a little linebacker blitz. We had number 3, Tommy Terhart, trying to come through the A-gap and add some extra pressure if the quarterback is going to keep the ball.
These formations are something the Dons haven't seen. A quad or a 4 right formations, Dons are something you haven't seen. So I think Marin Catholic's trying to show something and see how the Dons defense responds.
Here we go. Ball is handed off, hit in the backfield and brought down. Huge tackle by,
once again,
number 77, Daniel Dunn.
Yeah.
Rugby phenom. He's here on the football field, and he's here to play. That's a great
second team
2-point success.
All-DAL, as those awards did come out. As Little John, number 0, that left edge, did win DAL MVP, I believe, from Coach
MVP,
Blue's IG.
MVP of defense in our entire Diablo Athletic League.
And was first team All-DAL.
A quick stat, 21 of the 22 Acalanes starters were named some form of All-League honors. That's a pretty good accomplishment. Here we go. We got a little motion. We're in empty again. Trips right. Duos on the left. Quarterback looks, rolling out right, trying to do something. Number 11, Carson Wellington makes the first hit, and he's brought down. And that is a huge drive on defense. 3 in, 3 out. Marin Catholic's going to look to punt this ball And Acalanes has another chance to score.
Yeah, the Dons just do a great job right there, keeping the pressure in. That pocket collapses. Wellington, the outside left linebacker right there, doing well to contain the quarterback, keep him in, brings him right back into the pressure where the D linemen are coming, and force Marin Catholic to 4th and 15 where they have to punt. There are 8 minutes, 15 seconds left in this first quarter.
And that's another one of those blitzes. Ball is miffed. Comes out. Here comes Rivera on the return. Catches, makes the first man miss. Goes out to the left, and he's brought down after gaining about 15 to 20 yards on that return.
Basically a punt to the first down line. We'll see how this Dons offense comes out, as the Dons offense does have 3 first-team All-DAL, as they have Finn Rivera at wide receiver, Josh Ellerts at running back, and Santi Trejo at that tackle position.
And again, 10 out of their 11 starters were named some form of all-league honors. That's pretty big. And the Dons are damn near in the red zone right now. Got about 30 yards to go into the end zone. Great field position. Here we go.
Here comes league MVP Tyler Winkles out at quarterback.
Ball is snapped, handed off to Josh Ellerts. Ellerts breaks the first tackle, fighting, and he's brought down after a loss of 1 to 2 yards.
Don's unable to get anything on that first down carry. I mean, Marin Catholic on defense has done a good job tonight trying to get the Dons behind them 1st and 2nd down. It's been those 3rd and mediums and 3rd downs in general where they've kind of had a break mentality instead of bending.
Yep.
So we'll see how they make adjustments as they're put on their hind heels by this great return from Rivera on the punt.
Yep, hard count. We got Twins left, 1 receiver on the right, Queen left. Winkles takes a snap, steps back, looking, takes a comeback route, intended target Grant Ricker. Number 13, Micah Pierce Jr., the DB was all over that. Great coverage.
Yeah, stuck to him like glue right there. Great job from the DB. And Marin Catholic gets what they need to, gets the job done here and forces the Dons for a 3rd and 10 situation.
And out comes Sean Tandler. In comes another wide receiver. So definitely looking at a pass scenario here.
Mikulich and Baselli on the right side with Rivera in the slot. And I believe that is
Ricker, probably.
Yeah, most likely Ricker on the outside left.
Here we go. Just the blocking scheme. Winkles takes the ball, looks, fires, number 28, and it is not caught, unfortunately. That was a pretty decent ball, maybe slightly overthrown, out of the reach of the Acalanes receiver. It's not going to be caught, and we're going to have a 4th down scenario. And now here's the question. Did they trust Neumann from 35? I don't believe so. I believe we're going to have a go-for-it scenario.
I believe it's 45 here if you were to kick for it. 5 back plus the 10.
Here we go. Acalanes comes out in a trips left formation. Sidecar right. Winkles snaps the ball. Looks right. Fires for Grant Ricker. Caught! Touchdown, Acalanes!
Wow, Winkles gets it right back after a mild overthrow. Overthrow on the last one, and flags are up down in the end zone. We'll see if it's a showboating or something like that. I don't believe so. I didn't see any malplay or malpractice. But Ricker with the incredible focus to come down with that ball, and Winkles putting it right over the DB into Ricker's arms.
Great grab by Grant Ricker. Snatches it right in the bucket, and that's another touchdown. We have 7 minutes left in our first quarter, and Acalanes already has the opportunity to be up 14 points. You know, they said Acalanes couldn't hang in open division. They said we should have stayed in D3 where we belong, and I think Acalanes is doing their part to prove that, no, we belong in open.
Yeah, I think Ricker definitely deserves more than an honorable mention for that one. I mean, DAL, what are we doing? But Ricker with a great snag right there. And the Dons are up 14-0 with 7 minutes left in this first quarter.
And boy, those are ice-cold kicks from Neumann. That's drilled through the upright.
How do you think Coach Blue's feeling right now down the sideline?
I can imagine he's pretty happy. I mean, if you look at him, he's kind of stone cold. He's a man of little emotions until the game's over. But you know what? I can imagine that he's pretty happy right now. Up 14 with just 5 minutes played.
Yeah, you got to say this is the perfect start for the Dons right now. Defense goes out and gets a stop. Special teams has looked good. And the offense is firing. Despite from concerns on 1st and 2nd down, the Dons get it done when it's needed. Yeah. So we'll see how Marin Catholic tries to respond tonight. Obviously, the coaches are telling the players that we can't let this fall behind. We can't let it be 21-0. So expect Marin Catholic to come out with some ferocity because they look a little asleep right now.
And that's what you were talking about with that bend, not break. But so far, Marin Catholic's been breaking in those big 3rd and 4th down scenarios. Ball is booted deep into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback.
Yeah. So let's see. Marin Catholic coming out. I think their goal should be try to win these stretches tonight. That's something they can do with their Cal Poly running commit, as you have Elijah Seraphin, the running back.
So far, hasn't showed up.
Well, no one on this Marin Catholic offense has really shown a lot right now. Of course, only one possession, and the Dons came out. Apologies, this is not Elijah Seraphin at the running back position. It is Jared Gessieberger. Apologies, Garrett.
Yesberger?
Jared. Yeah. Jared, apologies. We'll just call you Jared from now on, the Cal Poly commit.
Here we go. Ball is handed up, and it is swallowed. I believe Daniel Dunn, Bryce Birdsong, and Carson Wellington. That's a blitz from the linebacker position, and 2 D linemen get on that, and that is a big tackle for loss.
Yeah, unlucky. I don't know what to say besides the Dons are rolling right now. We'll see. Yeah, we'll just have to keep watching the game. I don't have much more keys right now. Dons defense is just getting in and applying that pressure.
Yeah, this is looking tremendous so far. Ball is snapped. Thrown on a quick out route, and he is swallowed by number 13, Finn Rivera. Keeps the gain to maybe 3 yards. Beautiful job making his drop, making his read, and bursting down at that receiver who was running that out route.
Yeah, first positive play we've seen from Marin Catholic tonight. We'll see if we'll see any more like that. I think they're trying to find their rhythm right now, trying to get their footing, and we'll see how they do it. I mean, currently we haven't seen a lot of stuff from Marin Catholic. We'll see if they go back to that quad right or something like that.
Marin Catholic comes out with a tight end right on this. Quarterback launches one deep, and it is caught. That is going to be number 19 for Marin Catholic. Nick Brisbane catches the ball. That's a really good job by Nick Brisbane. Ball comes up. Originally, he's looking over his left shoulder, makes a quick correction, looks over his right shoulder, snags the ball. Good gain for Marin Catholic.
Skinnar on the roll, rolling to his right, on his strong side, being able to loft that one over linebacker Grant Condi for a nice 50-plus yard gain for the Wildcats. 5 minutes and 52 seconds left in this first quarter. Marin Catholic driving.
Marin Catholic, a little confusion there. Here comes number 4, and he is brought down. And you know what? That was a good play out of Marin Catholic. You know, you got so many moving parts in the backfield. Makes it hard to track, but that's laser focused by Acalanes, and he is brought down before he can get a single yard.
Yeah, actually a loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11. 5 minutes, 33 seconds left in this first quarter. Dunn tonight has looked like the man. Same with Wellington. Both with TFLs on the night already. We'll see if they can get some more.
Here we go. We got a timeout.
Timeout Dons.
Yep. And you know what? So far, as an Acalanes fan, you can't ask for more. Like, this has been absolutely beautiful. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to play in just the first quarter, and they're already up 14. And you know what, Will?
What?
I think this is the best our defense has looked all year.
Oh, I mean, undoubtedly almost. The Dons defense has come out firing here. And I think especially we've seen the pressure just mount up tonight, that Marin Catholic hasn't had the time to get anything developing downfield. And the one ball they did get downfield was off of a roll, so the quarterback evading the defensive line. So,
and that's what we were talking about earlier. He's a dual threat. That's exactly what Acalanes was hoping to prevent. You know, make sure you get contained. Make sure those linebackers are coming in, forcing him to make a play quick. When number 15 or
Skinnar.
Yeah.
Skinnar.
In general, when Marin Catholic is able to roll out and look downfield and get a second read, they're a dangerous team. You know, that's what we've seen in film all year. So 100%, that's what Acalanes is trying to prevent.
Skinnar here. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Here we go, Marin Catholic. Ball is snapped. Thrown across the middle. Catch number 24, but there comes Chris Copeland with the ferocity.
Wow, great vocab.
That was a great tackle, you know? Absolutely swallows him, for lack of a better word.
And simple little route there for Marin Catholic, an under mesh concept for the Wildcats to hit. Now you got empty backfield.
Yep. Here we go. We got trips left, duos.
Yesberger
in motion. Here comes the running back. A little orbit.
Double throw.
Oh, double pass. Oh, and they got a receiver wide open. That is caught Can Lockwood make the tackle? No, he cannot, and Marin Catholic is going to score their first touchdown of the game. You know, that was a beautiful play to watch.
Yeah, frankly beautiful. I mean, up from the booth here, you feel like you saw it went out once Guessberger wasn't really attacking upfield. You could tell it was that double pass, but really unfortunate for the Dons. Obviously, they're looking out for Guessberger on the run specifically, but
yeah, you could tell Acalanes was really assuming he would grab the ball and try to turn it up.
Who knew he played quarterback in 8th grade?
Yeah, who knew he was a flag football quarterback? I don't know, not us. But that was a great pass and
give it up
great
for the
scheme.
Wildcats there.
You know, receiver was open.
And
Kick
blocked.
is up and it's blocked. Little John gets in there, gets his hands up and stops it. Here's Deontay, he's here to play. And it's going to be 14-6 with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left on our first quarter for playoff football.
I mean, if you're the offensive line from Marin Catholic, you're going, what is going on right now? Because the Dons' defensive line has just been dominant so far. And,
you know, Marin Catholic has a really good offensive line. So far, that's been one of their strengths of their team is that they're really good at holding their blocks. But those extra rushers that Acalanes has been sending has, you know, kind of torn apart their blocking scheme.
yeah, we'll see if that touchdown wakes up the Marin Catholic defense as the offense goes out and does their job. Maybe not special teams, but I think they'll figure it out most likely. You know what they say,
What do they
if
say?
it happens once, it's a coincidence. 2, it's a pattern.
Yeah, I've seen that
Happens
Halliburton
twice.
interview.
So we'll see how special teams comes out if Marin Catholic score again. Don's here set to receive. You got Rivera and Lockwood back.
Yep. Kick is up, and it looks like it's going to be, is that Elias?
Yeah,
yes,
it is.
Elias Caplanes-Jones looks to turn it upfield, finds a first gap, and he's brought down, but not after he gets to about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, that's first team All-DAL. Elias Caplanes-Jones there, the DB for the Dons, taking that one out and getting some positive yardage for the Dons on special teams.
You know, in the 100-yard dash, he runs a 10.9, I believe, so he's got that track speed too. Here comes Acalanes on the offense. They got trips left formation with Rivera in the deep slot. Here we go. We got sidecar right. Ball is snapped, handed off to Josh Ellerts, going right, and he is brought down after maybe a 1-yard gain by number 28, Dayton Trammell.
Yeah, he's a sophomore too.
Ooh, sophomore on varsity, making a big play.
Yeah, one thing you've noticed from the Dons tonight is that Deontay Littlejohn, the 1A, 1B running back, as Littlejohn does play all the defensive snaps, hasn't came in tonight. So you're wondering, are they resting him for more defensive snaps and letting Ellerts kind of handle that responsibility on the offensive side? Winkle's making some adjustments here.
Here we go. We got trips left. Josh Ellerts in that sidecar left. Ball is snapped. Winkles looking to find a pass, rolling out left, tries to find some room, throws it downfield, and it is caught for a first down.
That's number 12, Jackson Baselli with the catch.
Good catch by Jackson Baselli. That's going to be a first down. And you know what? That's where Winkles thrived. Get out of the pocket. You know, Marin Catholic knows he's a running threat. You have to pull your linebackers down and make sure that Winkles is not going to run. And that leaves Baselli open on the sideline to make a quick catch and reset those chains.
Winkles did some great improvisation and able to bring down the DB to come attack him as he's threatening to run. And that leaves Baselli wide open for that pass right there.
Hearing rumors of a young Lamar Jackson in him. We got
I don't know if
a
those are rumors. Those are facts.
Twins right, Queen left with Tandler. Ball is snapped. Ellerts takes a trap sort of run, and he's going to be brought down after about a yard. We got 3 minutes and 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Again,
Yes.
Dons are up 14-6.
A 2nd and 8 situation here for the Dons. Dons need to establish a run game right now.
Yeah, so far the run game has not been as successful as it's been in the past, but they made up for it with some great passing plays, and I love to see the Dons pass, so it's always fun. Here we go. Ball is snapped. Winkle's looking to pass. Fires it deep. Grant Ricker again.
Oh.
Caught! Another Acalanes touchdown. Do you believe it?
Wow. Winkles and Ricker look to be like connected on the astral plane right now. Like they're on a different level together right now.
That's that 1-2 connection, 1-2 punch. Finds Ricker again in the bucket, and Acalanes looking to be at 21 points before the first quarter is even over.
Keep exploiting the DBs is I think what Coach Blue is saying right now. As Winkles finds his gap, it looks like the Dons' track speed are paying off. Because it's not even like the DBs aren't near the guys.
Yep.
It's just they're faster. The Dons are faster, frankly, from
Norman
what's shown.
drills it through the uprights again. It's going to be 21-6 with 3 minutes and 18 seconds left on our first quarter. And this is beautiful to watch, frankly, folks. Grant Ricker, you know, maybe it's personal for him. First or all-league honorable mention. Didn't get that first team that I know personally, I think he deserved. He's been electric all year, and I think he's coming out here and he's saying, you know what, DAL, I'm the real deal. I'm here to catch the ball. I'm here to put it in the end zone. And,
Yeah,
you know,
2
I'm here to play.
touchdowns before the first quarter even ends. I mean, frankly, he's putting up, if he gets one more, it's look like he's putting up Randy Moss Thanksgiving game stats. 4 catches, 192 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's what I'm expecting from Ricker after this pattern he's shown on these last 2 grabs.
Those who know, on freshman football, he had a 5-touchdown game. Maybe he's looking to repeat it. Here we go. Kick is up. Ball is fielded by number 4. Acalanes all over it. Nowhere to go, and he's brought down. Number 77, Daniel Dunn, gets deep in there from the left side and throws. Number 4.
Oh, little 4-on-4
Geisberger
hate
down
crime
again.
there. Little 4-on-4 crime right there as Guessberger and Copeland come together. And Copeland, as the low man, wins that battle.
Yep.
As Guessberger's legs are already wrapped up by Dunn. And Copeland on special teams, looking like a little bit of a menace right now.
He's a hustler, you know? That kid's got grit. What can you say?
What can you say? Marin Catholic coming out, hoping to repeat, trying to stay in this game with the Dons. Because frankly, if their offense sputters out right now, their defense hasn't shown anything to give the offense confidence that, you know, maybe they don't need to score a touchdown every time.
And the main thing going for Marin Catholic right now is the Dons' run game has not been established yet. So, you know, those drives aren't take as long. Marin Catholic fires it deep. Intended receiver number 9. Ooh! And it is broken up by 13, Finn Rivera. Gets his hands up there and makes that a really hard catch. Intended target number 9, Cooper Milan. He got up there, you know, the ball hit him in the chest. Good ball awareness, but unfortunately doesn't come down with it.
What a breakdown for Rivera. And 2, if you're watching, I don't know if we got the camera angle on that, but number 9, Grant Condi, lit up
Really?
quarterback Skinner. Sorry, I just got to remember his name. Skinner, as he took a mean hit as you released that ball and put him on his butt. So we'll see how that affects his mental game, as quarterbacks have stated that after you take those hits, you know, you start feeling a little bit timid.
And Skinner's a sophomore, so this is a pretty big game for him. Here we go. Ball is snapped, handed off to the running back, number 4. Bounces it outside, but he is pushed out of bounds before he can go anywhere. And so far, Cal Poly commit, you know, you're expecting him to go off. He's a big kid. Clearly, when you look at stature, number 4 is by far their biggest skill position player. But Acalanes, they fight with grit, and they've done a great job getting him out of bounds.
One thing I've noticed that they haven't ran to Little John's side. They're always running to Birdsong's side. Looks like they don't really want to test the D1 commit, or not D1 offers Little John, or D1 prospect Little John.
You know, Bryce Birdsong's pretty good himself. Ball is snapped. Little play action. Skinner fires it deep.
On the play.
And it is broken up by number 9, Grant Condi.
And I think we have a holding here on the right side. Looks like Coach Blue's signaling to decline it, but holding on Birdsong. As we said, Birdsong's no scrub. Birdsong's a great player.
You know, for you folks at home, Bryce Birdsong is one of the hardest workers I've ever met in my life.
The hardest.
You know, he's constantly grinding, and it is shown this season. You know, he's come out here. He is leading Acalanes.
Backer to DN this year.
Yeah, he's leading Acalanes in sacks this year with 9.5.
And he deserved that second team All-DAL mention. Birdsong and Little John and Dunn, and frankly, Safner too, a sophomore, number 50, have done a great job as this defensive front, making sure that Skinner has no time or time to think at all. And another
ball is punted out of bounds, and the Dons are going to have pretty good field position out here on the 55.
Special teams has not changed just yet. I think Marin Catholic are really hoping these punts to start turning the tide of the game, but really it's just giving the Dons good field position.
Yep, absolutely.
Unfortunate for Marin Catholic.
With just 3 minutes left on this first quarter here, 21-6. And Acalanes looks to, you know, fire another nail into that good old coffin. Score again.
I don't know if you can be calling it coffin. I think we can just call it some assurance points.
There we go.
First positive run of the night for the Dons.
Yep, as Josh Ellerts fights through some contact and is going to get about a 5-yard gain on that run. It's
Yeah.
going to be second and mid.
Actually, I'd say that's our second, because you remember Ellerts did break one off for 15 earlier.
Yeah, that was a really nice play. Here we go. We got a queen right formation. Winkle snaps the ball, hands it off to Ellerts again, finds a gap, and is brought down. Oh!
Ball comes out.
Ball comes out. Marin Catholic signaling that they got it. We're going to see what the refs say.
Number 52, Oliver McLeod, the guard, picks that one up off the ground.
And
Here comes Little John in at running back.
yeah, it looks like Acalanes did keep the ball here. And like Will just said, Little John, first time being in on offense this game. We're going to see what he can do. Ball is snapped. Fake handoff to Deontay. Here comes Winkles. Fights forward. And if that's not a first down, it's really close. We're going to see, folks.
Here comes Ellerts. And 2 weeks ago in that Clayton Valley game, the Dons introduced a new scheme where they ran 2 running backs out the backfield, having one lead block while the other takes up the gut. Expect the Dons to do something here as both Ellerts and Little John are in the game.
Are we going to see that little play where Little John comes in the I formation, Ellerts lead blocks for him, and he just punches it in? Clayton Valley couldn't stop it.
Oh,
Jump.
maybe. That or Ellerts comes up and does a little tush push.
Those are Acalanes' 2 favorite plays to run. We're going to see what they do. Ball's handed off. Here comes that play. Little John surges through, absolutely carries the Marin Catholic defender on his back and fights for that first down. And you know what? So far, that play's been unstoppable. I don't think it's gone for negative yards once this whole season.
It's done its job every time.
I mean, it's just hard to stop a Little John who's coming. Ooh. And you know what?
Unblocked.
We were talking about how hard it was to stop a Little John, and there comes number 50. Vince Tarantino in the backfield makes a big tackle for loss. We're going to see how Acalanes bounces back from there. But like I was saying earlier, that little punch it up the gut play so far has been electric for the Dons. 40 seconds left and counting.
Looks like
Here
the
comes Little John out of the game.
Dons coaches weren't happy about that, saying something to the ref. Maybe they thought 12 men were on the field, and that's what caused Winkles to snap so quickly there. But just great defense from Tarantino there from Marin Catholic.
Here we go. Ball is snapped. Winkles looking downfield for a pass. Evading, rolls outside. He does have a receiver in Sean Tandler. Fires it up the middle, and it's picked off by Marin Catholic. Number 33, Luke Chigos, is going to grab the pick off of Winkles' throw. And with 9 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Marin Catholic is going to get their ball back.
Yeah, Winkles just tried to float that one over. Simple mistakes like that are going to let Marin Catholic get back in this game. We'll see how they capitalize on offense now. The Dons are not happy about this one.
If you're Marin Catholic, you're looking for a tone shift. You just got that big pick, and if they could score here, they can definitely put themselves back into the game. You see the offense, getting on each other, keeping each other accountable. That's a specialty of the team. Number 60, Joey Martin, talking to the team, telling them to dial in. Here we go. Marin Catholic coming back out.
Little stadium pulse going on here with the Dons
We
fan
got
base.
a bunch formation on the left side. Motion to the left. Center takes the ball, rolling out right, looking back at his motion receiver, and it's caught, number 24. An open field ahead of him. Here comes Acalanes Jones looking to stop the play before he makes it. And there he goes. That's a nice juke. Ensures at least Acalanes Jones can't make the tackle from the other side. And what were we talking about, a tone setter earlier? Marin Catholic scores on their first play, flips the sides, and that is going to be the end of our first quarter. 21-12 so far.
And we are going to cut back to us. What did Marin Catholic do? They capitalized, and that's something the Dons can't allow, and the Wildcats are feeling great about. The simple fact is that Skinner had the time right there. It was a screen pass. He just kept falling back, and we forgot about 24. We forgot about Matza, Carter Matza, the wide receiver, out the backfield. Unfortunate for the Dons. A little trickery from the Wildcats.
Yeah,
Catholics.
and that was a good scheme. Let Skinner roll out to the left, make Acalanes think that he's going to get active on his feet, and then find that receiver who was left unblocked. Great scheme.
Yeah.
And Marin Catholic is going to be going for 2, trying to even out that blocked PAT from earlier. Skinner fires, and it is caught. That's number 7, Edwin Bullion, catches the ball for the 2-point conversion, and now we are 21-7 with the whole second quarter ahead of us. And Marin Catholic, just like we were saying earlier, you gotta get a tone shift. You gotta get the boys rolling, and they do just that with the first play touchdown. And so far, you know what? I think you can attribute that touchdown play to the worry that Skinner can get active on his feet. So far, we haven't seen him run the ball, but just the threat that he could turn it upfield and the knowledge that the defense knows he could turn it upfield is what's allowed him to find those open receivers when he is rolling out of the pocket.
Yeah, it's just it's a little sad for the Dons here. They had this game. They had this game by its heart and just let Marin Catholic fight back into it. Simple mistakes, 2 simple mistakes let the Dons go from their side of the field looking to score on offense to Marin Catholic making it within 7. Just, Coach Blue's got to be a little bit furious for how this game shifted.
Absolutely. Marin Catholic poised to kick the ball back off. Acalanes looking to shift the tone back in their direction and break off another score in the second quarter of football. Kick is up. It is fielded by number 1, River Lockwood. Patient, looking to find a block, and he won't get it as he is tackled at the 30.
He'll just opt to fall through the pile of men.
Yeah, that was good patience out of Lockwood. You know, stalling behind his blockers, hoping a lane opens up. Unfortunately, no lane is going to come out, but you know, still gets 5 more than if he had just let it touch back.
Yeah, Dons are up right now. Looks like we got a little bit of a shootout going on. We'll see which team can.
It's my favorite type of game, frankly.
We'll see which team can slow down the tempo and take control. As the Dons have allowed the Wildcats to come back into this game, we'll see if the Dons get the run game established, and Oliver, take it away.
Here we go. Winkles takes a snap, hands it off to number 1, Josh Ellerts. Ellerts is taken down after about a 2 to 3 yard gain.
Yeah, 2nd and 6, we'll call it. Looks like he got a little bit more there. 11:30 left on this second quarter.
You know, Dons, like we were saying earlier, this is one of those scenarios where it's pretty important you score. You don't want to let Marin Catholic tie this game back up. Here we go. Ball is snapped, handed off to. No, it is not. Winkles keeps it himself, breaks the first tackle, and is brought down after maybe a 1 yard gain, if even. And we're gonna have. Oh, that is a multiple yard gain. Oh my goodness.
I guess
apologies for that. Different angle.
Here.
Yeah.
They moved it back. 3rd and 5 here.
All right. Are we going to see one of these screen passes? You know, we haven't seen it so far this game.
Maybe
That
a
screen
bubble.
pass to
I think
that
one
screen pass to
thing
Rivera.
Catholic you've seen from them is that their subbing seems a little incoherent. That they're constantly scrambling while the Dons look a little settled.
Here we go. Winkles. Oh, that is not good. And that's going to be considered an incomplete pass. And
4th down.
I wish I could tell you what happened there. I mean, it seemed like Winkles was looking to fire. Maybe had some hesitation, gripped the ball a bit too hard, but it just came out straight into the ground.
Don's offense stays out here.
Yeah.
Trustin and Winkles. It looks like he was looking for Rivera there on the out route.
Yeah, and you can't help but wonder, maybe he saw a DB coming up, was trying to make sure he didn't throw a pick, and held onto the ball. Here we go. We got a duos on the left. Winkles goes for that hard count. Welko takes the play.
Rivera and Mikulich on the left. Ricker on the right.
Tyler Winkles snaps the ball, looking to his left, rolls out of the pocket, has a man, chooses not to pass, fights upfield, and unfortunately, I do not.
He gets it. I'm going to say he gets
it. Think so?
Yeah, 41-41. Dons
there it is.
First down.
Huge first down for Acalanes. A great judgment call by Winkles. You know, you had kind of a 4 verts kind of formation. You had the outside receiver going up. Finn Rivera bounces around the edge and then comes up on the far left side. Gets a lead on the DB, but, you know, Winkles looks downfield, says, nah, I'm going to get it myself.
I think Winkles wanted to call it for himself here. Deontay would have drawn in at running back.
Here we go. Winkles takes the snap, looking to pass again, fires to Andrew up on a quick button route. Up, catches it for a 7-yard gain.
And flag down. One thing I've noticed is that the Dons have had a lot calmer and steadier pace of play while the Wildcats look a lot more frantic, especially in the subbing department. They're trying to get
Absolutely.
things off while the Dons already set. So I'd say there's a little bit of almost static between the sideline and the guys in the field right now, between the Wildcats. The Dons have been taking advantage of that. And this one backs us up if there was a holding call or something, but
Yeah, it looks like the Wildcats are trying to wear down the Dons offense and defense, you know, using all the extra men they have, making sure they got fresh legs in the game. And maybe that's what's starting to pay off. Maybe they're starting to wear Acalanes down. We got Littlejohn in the game at running back. Winkles goes for that hard count. Takes the play from OC coach Gilly. Ball is snapped. Winkles looks to pass it. Fires it to Littlejohn across the middle. Littlejohn fights for a couple extra yards, and
Gets back
I think he got it back
to where that original. So now it makes it around 2nd and 10, 2nd and 9. Gosh, we have the worst
2nd and
spotting
8
calls.
maybe.
We have the worst spotting calls in the game. Maybe.
You know, folks, it's hard to see from up here. It's going to be about 2nd and 8. Dons come out again.
9:14 left in the in this first half.
Ball is snapped. Fake handoff to Littlejohn. Winkles fires it across the middle. Caught and surges forward for possibly a first down.
We'll see if the player spot is what the ref thinks the ball is. Ref moves it back a bit.
It's
Third
going to
down,
be 4th
Don.
and really short. And here comes Ellerts. Are we going to see another one of those 1-2 punch? Littlejohn taking it from the I formation.
Because it's third down, the Dons are probably just going to do an Ellerts tush push. Ellerts is going to come up here and just quick snap it to himself.
See, either that or that Littlejohn play. Yep, here's the Littlejohn play. Surges through. How do you stop a man with that much velocity?
Yeah.
Oh,
to
my
get back
goodness.
to my math references, force equals mass times acceleration. Littlejohn's got a lot of force there and a lot of acceleration. So not much.
Here we go,
stop
no
for
huddle.
the
Here comes
Wildcats to do.
Deontay again, and he is brought down after about a 2 to 3 yard gain, trying to keep the tempo quick. And yeah, what you're saying, Littlejohn, lot of mass, lot of acceleration. He's a quick guy. You know, 100-yard dash runner. He's pretty fast, and we're staying with this 2 running back offense. Here comes Littlejohn again, and he is swallowed by number 3 Gabe Baker of Marin Catholic. And
Yeah.
it looks like we got some subs coming in, and out comes Bo. Oh, no. Just out comes Littlejohn, and we're going to keep Ellerts in the game. Also out comes Sean Tandler. So we have 4 receivers back in the game.
The
Maybe a
Dons-
twins or a trips kind of formation.
I think the Dons made a soft formation that they wanted to keep in, so they didn't want to allow Marin Catholic to sub there. But it's the Wildcats that took advantage of the Dons there, so they were able to make 2 crucial stops, making this third
Yep.
and long.
3rd and long. Winkles looking, rolls out of the pocket, fires across the middle, and it's going to be a low skipper. 4th down for Acalanes with 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in this second quarter. And we're going to see if Winkles is going to punt. Honestly, it's hard for us to tell up here if the Dons are going to punch or not, because Winkles is both the quarterback and the punter, like we've mentioned before. So a lot of times they'll run the hard count, maybe see what kind of defense they got back, then they'll step back and punt the ball. But it looks like with this trips formation that Acalanes is just going to go for it. Ball is snapped. Winkles looking to the right, fires it to Grant Ricker on a comeback, and it's caught. Ricker down the sideline for a big gain and a first down for Acalanes.
Yeah. Ricker able to make the DB slip right there with the little 1-2 shimmy.
And that's a great comeback. Drops his hips, gets back towards the ball, catches it. Big first down.
Don's able to start getting a little bit more momentum, getting themselves back into this game. If you want to think about how the stadium pulse swings, you know, Marin Catholic, as the Dons start out with this ball, we're at an all-time high after scoring the touchdown and getting the interception.
And
now
honestly,
the Dons looking to regain the momentum here and keep it on the ground mostly.
here we go. Ball is handed off to Ellerts. Ellerts finds a little bit of a lane, and he's going to be taken down after a 3 to 4 yard gain. And honestly, folks, normally at Acalanes, playoff football is not the most well-attended sport. Normally we don't get a lot of folks out at these games, but I'm looking over at the student section, and they're doing a good job. You know, we got kids here. We got a ton of parents here fighting for Acalanes.
Yeah.
Winkles goes for the hard count. Looks
Marin's
back to
traveled
the OC.
pretty well too.
They travel well.
Of course, Campo Games are all-time high in attendance here, but both teams traveling well.
Here we go. Pitch out to Littlejohn. Littlejohn looks to find something on the edge, and that is going to be number 17, Ian McCauley, with a little bit of an ankle biter tackles. Littlejohn is down on the floor. Hopefully it's just some sort of sprain. We're really hoping up here on the broadcast that
He's up.
looks like he's back up. Ankle's hurting a little bit. Ooh, that is not good, folks.
If we're going to see Littlejohn again tonight, I'm assuming it's not going to be on the offensive side of the ball. He's probably going to be playing defense for the rest of the night. Looks like he's able to walk it off right now.
Yep.
Great for the Dons, league MVP and Dons star.
Yep, and that was a bit of an ankle biter tackle. Got to him, but it looks like he's going to be good. Ball is snapped. Winkles calls his own number, takes it up the middle, finds a gap. There goes Tyler Winkles. Touchdown, Acalanes.
He's so tough. He's just the toughest in the game.
How do you stop him? You know, takes a snap. It looks like maybe he's going to pitch the ball, decides to take it himself, runs it up the middle. You're kind of assuming he's going to get hit, get taken down, cuts left, finds his gap, finds his blockers, and punches it in for another 6.
Winkles just calling his own number there, saying, hey, you know what? I just need to do something. I need to shift this game all by myself. Uses his legs, makes a few defenders miss, finds his hole, and takes up. Dons 28, Wildcats 14, 6 minutes and 12 seconds left.
And we're back to a 2-score game, folks. And that's a great drive. You know, it had its ups and downs, but Acalanes persevered. We talk a lot about bend, don't break. They bent, but they did not break.
Yeah, those 4th and 10s, 3rd and longs were a little concerning, but able to convert. Looks like Coach Blue and our trainer and PE teacher, Chris Clark, is metting up Littlejohn, giving him a little bit of a
ankle spat kind of.
Yeah, spat. Looks like Littlejohn is probably going to come back in this game. We're going to see how the Dons are going to do with a few plays without him on the edge. And will Marin Catholic use Gessie? I'm just going Burger. We're going to see if they're going to use Burger and run towards Littlejohn's side.
Ball is up and it is booted deep by Neumann. Here comes Burger on the return. We got Kaplanis Jones setting the edge. Looks to cut it back. Breaks the first tackle, but he is brought down at about the 22-yard line. You know, number 4 looking to try and find a gap, but Acalanes special teams are relentless. Work him downfield. Make sure he can't break off anything big. Looks like
Sean Tandler, number 87, is going to be playing edge instead of Littlejohn, or in return in substitute of Littlejohn. There we go. There's my vocab. You know, usually you would see number 10, Jasper Stewart, but he is sadly down with an injury right now.
Labrum. Yes. Unfortunate.
But actually, it's going to be done on the edge as they put Tandler in at D tackle, joined by Casado, number 50 in the middle.
We're going to see how Acalanes can rally here with their missing player. Here comes number 4. He's up in the receiver position. Are we going to see some sort of motion, or are they going to run this empty backfield? Let's see. Ball is snapped from an empty. Fires it deep, and that pass is nowhere near the intended receiver. Number 10, Dominic Tarantino. Ooh, looks like we got a little brother situation going on here.
Sophomore, he's a little younger brother.
Vince Tarantino,
Let's
defensive
just
tackle.
Say, Lockwood there kept Tarantino's little brother very safe. You know, almost like a seatbelt-esque.
Ran the route for him.
Yeah, Vince, your brother was kept safe there by Lockwood. We'll see. Same matchup again.
Here we go. Marin Catholic snaps the ball. Skinner fakes the handoff with a play action. Ball is completed across the middle, and he is brought down after about 8-yard gain, shy of the first down.
You have 3rd and what appears to be 2 here.
With 5 minutes and 40 seconds left on the second quarter of NCS playoff football. Here we go. Skinner lines up to take the ball. We got trips left. Ball is handed off, and he is brought down. It's hard to tell up here if that's going to be a first or not.
I believe they're going to give it to him. But we really saw his strength there. As we haven't seen a lot of Burger tonight, he finally kind of gets a little bit more freedom, especially with Littlejohn being out, not being able to play that edge. We see him have more freedom and use his strength to run the guys that were on him to the first down.
Yep, tremendous job by Burger there. Here we go. Marin Catholic is going to line up in this bunch sort of formation with their wide receivers stacked. Are we going to see some sort of 4 verts concept out of this? Ball is handed off to Burger, finds a gap up the middle, gets some room, and he's brought down. Ball comes out. Acalanes receives it. Number 1, River Lockwood jumps on the ball, and it is Dons football.
Seraphin in his first rush of the night, number 5 there, Elijah Seraphin, the senior running back, fumbles it. punched out by Finn Rivera. And the Dons feeling the momentum shift, as that would have been a killer, as that was a 40-yard or 30-yard plus run there.
Yep, that's huge. And you know, if you had to look at Marin Catholic's happiness there, it's kind of a bell curve. You know, get really excited, drop off quick.
Yeah, you know, you could almost model it with like negative x squared to kind of model. You know.
Yep, absolutely.
You probably do x.
X squared plus like
x minus about 7 to get it over on the graph.
Yeah. 100%.
And probably make plus 5 or so, and then you like squared.
We do math here, folks.
We do.
We do math here.
Shout out Miss
Winkles.
Gilson. Shout out Miss Gilson. Thank you for helping me out on that math, or not helping me out, but let me take my math test today.
Ball is handed off to Ellerts, and he is brought down, but flag on the play. We're gonna see what it is. Ellerts' rush gets about back to the line of scrimmage. It looks like that penalty is going to be on Acalanes, maybe a holding as they get pushed back 5 yards. It's going to be first and, they get pushed back 10 yards. First and 20 for Acalanes. Maybe this is where we get to see our screen, you know?
4:28 left in this first half. I keep wanting to say second quarter, then I realize first half sounds better, so I just mix them together. Sorry, people.
Yep,
Sorry,
we got trips left, formation. Josh Ellerts flips to the other side with the play call. Here comes Winkles, takes a snap, looking for receiver, fires, intended target, Grant Ricker. Unfortunately, the ball bounces out of his hands, and it's going to be 2nd and 20 for Acalanes.
Yeah, unfortunate. Just that one pops out of his hands.
You know, that was a good pass by Tyler Winkles. Good job by Ricker, turning his body, making sure that basically boxing out the DB, making sure he can't get the hands in there.
Yeah.
But, you know, when that ball comes in with that much heat, sometimes it's hard.
Maybe because it wasn't a touchdown, Ricker didn't want to catch that one. You know, wants to keep his Randy Moss stats up, but we'll see. I bet Ricker will recover tonight. Here comes the screen.
Here we go. Miklich catches the ball but is taken down after some negative yards. It's going to be 3rd and extremely long, maybe 21 for Acalanes. Expect some sort of deep passing concept here, folks, because
in comes Baselli.
they got one play left.
In comes Baselli. Winkles is that's been his boy since elementary school. Right?
That is true. They're good friends.
Flag football, man. That was a scary duo. So look at Baselli on that right side. Of course, you have Rivera, who's going to be in there for that main target, but Baselli, just wait.
Here we go. Ball is snapped. Winkles looking deep. Gets some pocket awareness, rolls out. Ball is tossed to Sean Tandler. Can Tandler do something with it? Takes some hard contact. Still trying to fight. Eventually, he is brought down. 4th and long. Looks like Acalanes is going to punt from this position as the defense gets ready to go back out.
Lucky to not lose yards there. Winkles able to hesitate, make the D-line kind of jump up, and able to get it over to Tandler. Unlucky. Of course, Tandler probably needed a miracle there to get that first down, but avoid a loss and expect this punt. As you said, as Albert earlier said, Winkles is the punter too, so expect a little hard count here and take a few steps back and boot that ball away unless.
Yep, there we go. Winkles looks to punt it. He's actually got a pretty good leg too. And there is a foul on the play.
Looks like against the
number 4,
Wildcats.
Berger. He's not happy with that. You know, pointing up to his team, telling him
against the Dons. Unfortunate.
Ooh, yep. Acalanes is going to get pushed even further back, and they're really going to have to rely on Winkles' leg there.
You know what's funny is that it seems like some of the star players of these Dons team also end up being the punter. As last year,
last season.
Yeah, Bethel, the Boise State football player. Bethel Boom is what we called it.
Yeah,
the UK
he had
boy.
a good leg too.
Not the boy, the UK man.
That guy's grown. And here we go.
Moves the Dons back about 5.
Winkles takes the punt, fires one off. Little skipper. It's going to be picked up by Berger. Here comes the Dons. Berger makes the first couple miss, finds a gap on the sideline. He's going to be pushed out of bounds by number 21, Josh Ellerts. And that's a pretty good field position for Marin Catholic. Going to look to strike here and put it back to a 1-score game with just 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on our first half of football.
Yeah. Defense needs to come up big here. Some sacks, interception. Can't let the Wildcats score before the end of this first half. 2 minutes and 16 seconds left on this first half.
And we're going to look for a big stop from Acalanes. Try to make sure they can't score.
Twins here on the right.
Yep, we got that kind of bunch formation again.
twins on both sides.
Here comes Skinner. Takes the snap, hands it off to Berger, number 4, and he is swallowed by number 54.
Kyle Safner.
Kyle Safner for Acalanes. That's a great tackle. Great job getting in there. And it's going to keep it at a 2nd and 10.
That's Safner? Or Safner number 52? It is Safner. Let's go. I got ball knowledge.
Here we go. Marin Catholic in this trips left formation. They got the outside receiver off the line. Maybe looking for some motion here. Nope. Ball is snapped. Some pressure coming in. Fires it across the middle, and it is broken up by number 13, Finn Rivera. Rivera clearly not completely happy with himself as he got his hands on the ball. Could have been a pick there, but it's still a great breakup and forces a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Little John's still out on this series, still getting taped up by Coach Chris. So that's our update down the injury bench, if you really want to call it that.
Got to put some attention into that guy. You know, you don't want him to get hurt again.
But the Dons, big stop here. And I want to point something out. Skinner there elected to pass instead of use his legs.
Yep.
So maybe the sophomore quarterback, after taking a few hits in this backfield, doesn't really want to risk it and go out.
Ooh, we got an empty here, folks.
Test the tides.
Marin Catholic looking to pass the ball here. Ball is snapped. Skinner looks to his right, flips to his left. Pressure comes, fires it deep, nowhere near the receiver. Kaplanis Jones looking over his shoulder, trying to maybe grab a pick there.
Yeah.
Ball's pretty deeply overthrown, so he's not going to get that one.
Did Kaplanis Jones play receiver freshman year?
He did play receiver freshman year. I believe he went on vacation to Maine in the middle of their installs for offense, so I don't think he got as many touches as he would have wished at receiver. But the kid's got hands, you know? And he plays receiver on varsity sometimes, too.
He was looking back right there to make a play and get the pick, but Don's now force a 4th and 10 here from their own 40-yard line.
And it looks like Marin Catholic is going to opt to go for it in Acalanes territory here. So
big stop here needed by the Dons.
Here we go. Skinner got these bunched twins formation. Takes a snap. Play action.
Pressure.
Finds a little gap. Here comes some pressure. Makes the first man miss. Fires it across the middle. And it is broken up. Number 19, Grant Ricker, puts the seatbelt on. And that is going to be a turnover on downs with just 1 minute and 20 seconds left in this first half.
And once again, Safner, the sophomore, able to put the pressure on Skinner and force a contested ball between Ricker. And great stop for the Dons defense here after that great return from Berger off of the Winkles punts. We'll see if the Dons can go up 3 scores going into halftime here.
Yeah, again, great job by Grant Ricker threading the arms and able to whip his arm out and punch that ball out. Here comes Acalanes on offense. We got a twins formation with Ellerts in the game. Ball is snapped, handed off to Josh Ellerts. Tries to fight through the middle. Looks like he's grabbed by the San Marin defense and brought down for 0 yards. And honestly, Marin Catholic, apologies. We got 2 Marin teams. We play both of them. Marin Catholic has done a really good job neutralizing the run game. You know, Josh Ellerts he's used to running for 100+ yards a game. So far, that hasn't happened. Ball is snapped. Winkles looks to pass it, fires it to Grant Ricker on a comeback, and he gets the first down. And they love that route today, Will, that comeback to Ricker.
Yeah, the outbreaking routes. I think what they see in film especially is that they like to run a softer coverage, maybe a zone look, where it allows the Dons to find the soft spots in the zone. And Winkles has such a fast ball where once he breaks, that ball's coming in with some zip.
Coming
if
in
you're
hot.
Ricker, Baselli, or Rivera, all guys who've gotten targets and catches tonight. And
hard count, gets the jump, and that's going to be some more positive penalty yards for the Dons with just 50 seconds left to play. You know, Dons are looking to keep a cadence and score.
That's a free 5 right there. And the Dons now get 10 yards in penalties, as I believe the Wildcats have amassed a few more from the Dons with a few holding penalties the Dons have amassed tonight.
Here comes Acalanes, queen left formation, 2 receivers on the right. Josh Ellerts in the game. Winkles takes a snap, looking deep, rolls out of the pocket. Is he going to call his own number? Yes, he does. But unfortunately, just runs out of bounds, avoids the hit.
And he might have lost 1 there on the scramble.
Yeah, I do believe he lost a yard or 2.
Tangler calling for that ball right there on the check down, but Winkles might have seen the backer who was working behind and elected to call his own number.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to have a 2nd and about 6 here.
6 or 7?
6 or 7 yards, maybe. Who knows? 45 seconds left to play. Dons looking to score. Same formation as last play. Goes for the hard count. Won't go.
Three-man rush here from the Wildcats, keeping three safe. It's a four deep look here.
And here we go. Winkles takes the ball, looks to Tandler, who catches it and gets out of bounds for a quick gain. It's going to be third and mid to short.
Yeah, it looks like he goes out around the 40-yard line.
Yep.
Don's now here in a third and three. Okay, it feels more like a 3rd and 4 situation, but yes, it is 3rd and 3. 41 seconds left in this first half here.
Here we go. Winkles, same formation, takes the ball, scrambles, calls his own number. Here he comes up the middle, breaks it up, makes a couple men miss, and gets a big first down for Acalanes.
Clock is stopped right now before these changes set. 34 seconds left and timeout. The Dons want to take some time, get their offensive scheme looking good, and maybe a little breather for Winkles. 3, 2, 1, and we are back to us.
And can we take a moment to just highlight how good Winkles has been on his feet this game?
Frankly, amazing, with a rushing touchdown already. And he's been able to make time even when he doesn't gain yards on the rushes. Example of that dump off to Tandler we saw last drive. What does he do? He uses his legs, makes the defenders hesitate, which gives them the time to look downfield and make a throw.
Dare I say the epiphany of a dual threat quarterback. And they love that play where they fake the little shovel pass out to Ellerts, and then Winkles tucks the ball, turns it up, and tries to cut horizontally up through his blocking scheme and get up left. So far, they've run it, I believe, 2 times. One time was for a 30-yard touchdown, and the other time was for a big gain, as you guys just saw.
Yeah, I mean, Winkles has never been afraid to run. Even as a sophomore last year, first year on varsity, he decided to call his own number on the play that could have sent us to state.
Yep.
And I think Winkles never let that play get him down, getting soft on that 2-point conversion, and just kept his confidence, and we've seen him great. And the Don trying to make a similar run this year, trying to win Division I Open NCS.
Here we go, 35 seconds left to play. Winkles takes a snap, looking to his right, fires it off, and it is picked off by number 17, Ian McCauley, for Marin Catholic. There's going to be 29 seconds left to play, and the Dons are probably just going to run some sort of scheme where they're looking to not let Marin Catholic score going into the half. And you know what? Sometimes you just take those shots when you're when there's not a lot of time left on the clock, and you're looking to get a quick score. And you have faith in your receivers. You know, Acalanes has some good receivers. Sometimes that's a shot you take.
A little miscommunication there, maybe. Unfortunate for the Dons.
Here we go. We're looking at a 1 or 2 high shell here for Acalanes. Nope, 1 high shell as Ricker comes down in some sort of pseudo man.
Rivera left by himself up there.
Marin Catholic flag on the play or timeout? It is hard to, it is going to be a flag on the play, presumably on the Dons, as Marin Catholic gets 5 penalty yards. It's going to be first and 5 with 28 seconds left to play on this game. It looks like we're running a 1 high shell with Rivera back. Ricker maybe taking on 2 guys there, playing some sort of switch man.
Dons, self-inflicted wounds tonight. Turnovers, penalty yards, stuff we can't do if we want to win this game.
Yep. And it looks like we're going to look and see if those 2 linebackers are going to blitz from this or if they're going to play some sort of 3 to 4 hook to curl zone. You know, it's been intermittent this game, so look out for that. Ball is snapped. We got an all-out blitz from Acalanes. Ball is fired deep. Rivera looking for it. Catches it. Interception. Finn Rivera fields it back up. Finds a block and runs out of bounds on the 39, and that is big, you know? Winkles throws a pick. Rivera says, nah, that's my ball. I'm going to get that back. 18 seconds left in the first half, and that's a huge play for Acalanes.
You know, looks like Winkles gets another chance here to put up points, and you wonder, is it go for bust here or get in position for the senior and first-year football player Neumann, the kicker, to get in target, because he's got a boot, he's got a leg. We've seen that.
He's got a pretty good leg. Here
Wind
we go. We
picking up
got
right
trips.
now.
We got trips right with Ellerts in the backfield. Goes for the hard count. Won't go. We can hear Marin Catholic calling field goal ready. You know, they're making sure that their special teams is ready to go in the game if Acalanes gets in field goal position and elects to kick, as that is going to be a timeout.
Dons have 1 left on the half.
For Acalanes. We have 18 seconds left, maybe a couple plays left on this half, and we're going to see if Acalanes is going to, you know, go for gold or if they're just going to hand it off and let the clock run down, make sure Marin Catholic doesn't get a score.
Or an opportunity, really.
Yeah, you know, results vary this year. Sometimes they like to go for it, sometimes they don't. That's a personal coaching decision, so we're going to see what they elect to do on this November evening.
I feel like Blues mentality right now, he's a guy who wants it all. Even in the Campo game, the final seconds of the game, he's still going for points. So don't expect the Dons to be conservative here, frankly.
Yep.
They'll probably be going deep, and then if needed, Neumann will most likely come out and try to drill it from deep.
And that's a big pick by Rivera. Marin Catholic goes to get another score on the board. Ball is thrown a bit too much to the right, and Rivera catches it over the shoulders. His receiver aspect coming out. Here comes Acalanes. We got a trips right formation with Ellerts in the backfield. Ball. Hard count. Ball is snapped. Winkles looking downfield, fires it off to Ricker, and the ball is broken up by the corner, number 5, Elijah Seraphin. Gets his hands on the ball. Same guy who fumbled earlier and gave the Dons some pretty good field position. So, you know, he's probably playing with some extra vigor with these last plays.
I thought that was just a straight-up diss, but, you know, he's playing with some passion here.
We don't diss here. We compliment.
We explain context. You know, historical situation,
it's a Euro shot.
Audience, purpose, and point of view.
Here we go. Twins formation with the little bunch.
Shout out Mr. Seelenball.
Ball is snapped. Winkles throws the little screen pass, and it is put down by number 44, Tucker Brock, the defensive end. Could have been a pick there, but the ball is floated a bit too much over his head. All he's able to do is get his hand and put it down. We got 10 seconds left to play, 3rd down.
Yeah, Don's coming out here. Winkles 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
10 seconds left in this first half.
Ball is snapped. Winkles looks to his left, rolls out,
Has it
fires it. There's Ellerts as he
Expect a
takes a couple
timeout.
hits. And the Dons call a timeout, looking to take one last shot at the end zone with 2.2 seconds left on this game.
Winkles had a man down there. Rivera disappointed. He was left open like a cattle grazing in Briones. Rivera had all the space in the world.
It's a good shout.
And just missed. I think Winkles had progressed past that read. Unfortunate, but gets a check down, gets it within position, and out comes Neumann for his real first
Oh my goodness.
field goal attempt.
Neumann is going to attempt a 40-yard field goal. Actually 50. This is going to be a 50-yard field goal for Omri Neumann. Kid's got a boot. Does he have this much of a boot? I'll tell you, folks, this would be electric if he's able to hit this kick. And they're going to send a man back just in case the kick comes up short.
Oh, Berger is not confident in Neumann's boot.
Here we go. I'm really excited for this, folks. We've never seen an Acalanes kicker try to use this range. And it looks like they're going to ice him, but he did have the range. Okay, that is really good news if you're Acalanes. Marin Catholic is going to take a timeout to try and ice Neumann, a very well-known play. That way, if Neumann makes it, he has this feeling of disappointment that he made it, and then he has to kick again. But on the upside, we saw he absolutely had the leg as he kicked it definitely high enough, definitely far enough. Ball airs out a tiny bit to the left, but he definitely has the possibility to make this ball.
Yeah. Let's see, Neumann. Can he get enshrined in Acalanes legend? I'm going to be honest. This is probably the longest kick that would ever be made in Don's history.
Yeah.
50-yarder.
I haven't seen a kick of this length since Merton played my freshman year. He was a lights-out kicker. I think he hit like a 48, 45 against Campo. That was electric, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen a kick this long in years.
Yeah, only kicker I knew was T-Raj.
Here we go. Ball is snapped.
Can't call a timeout twice.
Wow. That is a That is interesting. And we hear some chirping from the Acalanes fans, as that is a well-known rule. You can't call two timeouts in a row unless that was an Acalanes timeout.
Dons are out of timeouts. Maybe it's different in high school, but from my knowledge of the rules, you cannot call 2 timeouts in a row.
Yeah. But looks like they do it anyway, as Acalanes is going to get their long-awaited chance at this field goal. It's been about 2 minutes since Neumann first lined up for that first kick, maybe 3. So we're going to see. He's extremely iced right now, but
hey, maybe
he's
got
being
that.
iced, and he has ice in his veins.
That's what I was about to say. Maybe he's got a different type of ice in him.
Here
We'll
we
see
go.
if he can get his GLD if he makes this one. Looking pretty tough out there. Oh, Winkles, come on, man. Make space for him.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Neumann from this left hash, trying to drill it down the uprights. 50-yarder for the first-year kicker for the Dons.
And Acalanes knows he's got a leg. Can he reach that? Stadium's getting loud for Neumann. Ball is kicked. It definitely has the leg. It is no good. That was incredibly close for Omri Neumann. Ball comes up maybe a yard short. Almost hit the crossbar.
Was it left or short? I can't tell.
I think it was it was short.
Okay, my call's left on that. I feel like that was left. You, the audience, I don't think we have comments on. Maybe go to our Instagram. I think we only have one post about water polo. But lay us a comment saying, was that left or low?
Was that left or low?
Oh, yeah, we're on the camera now.
Hashtag left or hashtag low. And as that is the end of our first half, we're going to give you a quick analysis, what we've been seeing, what we're excited to see, and then we're going to send you guys to break as we wait for the second half. So far, I don't know about you, but I have a lot of respect for Marin Catholic's run defense here. Ellerts has rushed for, honestly, sub 50 yards this game. It looks like the only gap in Marin Catholic's run defense has been when Winkles decides to take the ball himself. So far, they definitely schemed for Acalanes' run game. They've done a really good job stopping it. Unfortunately, Acalanes' passing game, we got good receivers, we got good guys. What more could you ask for?
Yeah, I think Marin Catholic doing a great job holding the Dons to no points before the end. We'll see, does that kind of constant subbing, work in that second half? Because, I mean, the Dons haven't really been able to take advantage of it. They've tried to catch them off guard, but the Wildcats have always been able to kind of stay on their feet, keep their cat-like reflexes. So we'll see how this ends up. Dons, no more self-inflicted wounds. No more holding calls.
Yep.
No more interceptions. Simple as that. Defense, thank you.
Shout out
doing
defense.
great.
You guys have done a great job so far.
Forcing 2 turnovers and really holding the Wildcats to only chunk plays when they scored, and they haven't scored since that first quarter on that really trick play.
Yep, good second quarter performance. It is 28 Acalanes, 14 Marin Catholic. We will see you in the second half.
Deuces.
There
welcome back
Yeah.
to the second half of our NCS playoff game. Once again, the score is 28-14. Acalanes Dons in the lead, and they are about to kick it off.
And that ball is
There we go.
booted.
Ball
deep
is
out of the end zone.
absolutely booted to the back of the end zone. Neumann showing off his leg a little bit at the end of the first half, and he's coming back out here. He's still got that leg. And that is
Yeah.
a deep kick.
We'll see. Will the Wildcats? Ooh, deep cut here on the music. We can hear it, Beeps.
Loving this
People-
music. And I think an interesting fact, I'm pretty sure if the Dons win this game, they can still lose their second game and keep the season alive.
I
so
believe they actually do have to make it to the NCS final to do that. Because that
sure,
game,
I was talking with one of the players earlier.
okay,
Maybe
from
me and
my
this player
sources,
misspoke.
it was the final of NCS final. So like most likely De La Salle versus
versus
the Dons.
Acalanes.
What?
Versus the Dons, exactly.
Yeah, versus the Dons. The winner would play the open division teams like Folsom, and the loser would go down to Division 1.
Give me rider lines. Here we go. Skinner back in the shotgun formation. Ball is snapped. Handed off to number 4, Berger. Berger bounces it around the edge, and he is brought down after about a 5-yard gain. Looks like Marin Catholic coming out here heavy, looking to punch some scores in. As they are down 2 scores right now.
Are awake right now. Not looking pretty awake. Looks like a little different from how they started off in that first half.
Yeah, yep. Looks like pounded some energy drinks or something. They're up and ready. Here we go. We got a 1 high shell with
Berger in the
Copeland
backfield.
back. We got trips left formation. Skinner takes the snap. Looking, decides to take it himself, and he's swallowed by the Acalanes defensive line.
Looks
for
like
a big
Dunn.
stop.
Dunn gets in on that hit. Same as 51.
Yep.
Who's 51 on our team? Okay, I'm going to go vibe. I'm going to go number 51 is...
51.
Yeah. Oh, it's 50. It's Casado.
Yeah, okay, I was
Read
going to
the
say,
wrong
I don't know, but 51.
You know, it's actually a funny story. He did wear 51
He did.
his
That is
sophomore
true.
year
That is true.
as his older brother Chase, who's at DVC right now playing football, wore 50.
We got a bunch trips left formation. 2 slot receivers off the line. We got an empty backfield. Here we go. Motion out to the right. Quarterback Skinner takes it left. He is swallowed by the defensive line, gets a pass off, and it is going to be out of bounds. Skinner does a good job.
Dons are looking for an intentional grounding, but the ref rules him out of the pocket.
Yep. Good job by Skinner. Acalanes got 5 guys, maybe more in the backfield, but Skinner does a really good job keeping it alive. And
Fourth down.
we
here.
got Tommy Terhar taking some running back practice reps on the sideline.
Looks like
Is he going to be subbing in
Littlejohn.
for the role that Littlejohn used to play? Tommy Terhar played running back sophomore year. He was pretty
And
good.
played a junior year. He was
Pretty good before the injury. Here we go. Marin Catholic
away.
punts the ball. Rivera goes for the fair catch, and you can tell he's clearly upset that he elected to fair catch it, as there was definitely an open lane.
Yeah, I think Lockwood made a crucial block right there that Rivera didn't anticipate on. I do not see Littlejohn on this sideline
I do not
right
either.
now, so.
He might
Or
be-
no, never mind.
Is he?
What am I saying?
Where is he?
Sorry, he was just with the guys down over on the right. Apologies. Littlejohn is standing up right now, so able to be on his own weight.
His ankles are
but
spattered up.
Looks like they're going to keep him low impact right now and see if the Dons can win this game without him.
Here we go. Ball is handed off to Ellerts. Ellerts finds a blocker 2, falls forward, and gets a nice 3 to 4 yard gain on the first play of the second half for Acalanes.
Dons on the hurry up here, not letting Marin Catholic sub.
Yep, here we go. We got a queen right formation. Shaw Tandler in the tight end position. Offensive coordinator Gilly making a quick play call adjustment here. Tyler Winkles takes the snap, looks to his left. We got a deep concept, fires it, intended target Grant Ricker again. And the ball is not caught. Maybe a little bit of an underthrow from Winkles. And you know what? Great coverage by the DB. He was all over that.
Yeah. Let's see how the Dons approach this 3rd and long, 3rd and 7 here from the Wildcats 48 with 10 minutes and 21 seconds left in this 3rd quarter here.
Yep, here comes up into the game. So far, they primarily used up on those quick button routes. We're going to see if they're going to do that again.
Yeah, up, Tandler, Rivera, Nikolic in that order from left to right.
Winkles takes the snap, play action pass, fires it. Unfortunately, the ball is going to bounce out of number 87, Sean Tandler's hands, and it is going to fall incomplete. That is 4th down for Acalanes.
I would assume the Dons are probably going to go for it here. Looking now at the injury table, we have number 4, the linebacker Chris Copeland, getting an infamous, frankly, Chris Copeland massage. Or not Chris Copeland,
Clark
and
massage.
Chris Clark
Looks like he had a
massage.
cramp. And
Chris
here comes
on Chris.
Acalanes out on offense again. Nope. They're going to be punting the ball.
Looks like they've shown a blitz here.
Goes for a little bit of a hard count. Ooh. And the question is he calling out an offensive play now? Are they banging the punt? And they are going to bang the... Nope, never mind. A little bit of trickery there. Winkles, fake punt attempt, rolling out to the right.
He has a man downfield.
Fires. Not. And the ball is going to be broken up by Marin Catholic, secondary. And it's going to be a turnover on downs where Catholic is going to get the ball back. 10 minutes, 11 seconds left in this third quarter. And I like that trickery there, you know?
Yeah. Oh, looks like Terhart is all. Or no, Terhart's coming out of the background. Terhart just completely replacing Little John playing edge too, but no, Terhart's in that background.
And still no Little John in at edge. It looks like he's standing on the sideline right now. Maybe they're trying to conserve his usage a little bit. Who's up in for Chris Copeland?
Copeland, that's Terhart.
Oh, I see. Yeah, he's playing Copeland's position now. No,
At that middle linebacker, yeah.
maybe. Ball.
Because they elected to have Ricker and Rivera at those safety, kind of like safety linebacker positions.
Yep. Looks like some sort of flag is called on the play. What we were about to see develop looked like number 15 Skinner had a little play action, and he was taking the ball himself on the left. It looked like it was some sort of RPO because Skinner had not yet tucked the ball. Still had it up in the throwing position.
Okay, looks like.
Oh my goodness, we have 255 viewers on the stream right now. Thank you guys all for coming out.
We have a clock now.
Oh my.
It's been brought to my attention. We're trying to be as accurate as possible, but we keep it going here.
Here we go, motion. Skinner's going to keep it himself. Some pressure. He's brought down. Number 77, Daniel Dunn.
Woo! Sorry, that got me excited.
That is
Danny's my guy. Big sack here.
huge sack.
Drops him probably 20 yards as Skinner was just scrambling backwards,
sauce, yeah.
trying to avoid Dunn's just inevitable grip.
Little play action look for Skinner. Tries to make something work, but Mr. Inevitable, Daniel Dunn, is in the backfield. You know what? I'm going to call him Mr. Inevitable now because so far he's been unstoppable.
So that makes Dunn Mr. Inevitable, Little John Pythagorean. That's what we
We have called him Pythagorean. I forgot about that. It's like the Shea nickname, you know, the conundrum. We like to get nicknamed out here.
Yeah, you know, Winkle's just. We just the goat?
Maybe?
I don't think that's an overstatement. And then Rivera, probably the truth.
The truth, the goat, the truth, you know. We love to have nicknames. We love to have
And
fun out here for you viewers at home.
Ricker, Mr. Jumpball.
Mr. Moss, Mr. Jumpball, I like that one.
Something like that, you know. We're just freeballing here. Spitballing.
Yeah, we're just going out here. We got a timeout for the
Injured player. Looks like it's actually the quarterback Skinner, 15, is taking a knee right now, getting checked out by some Marin Catholic either coaches or medical assistants. Looks like it's medical assistants.
Maybe we're gonna have number 12 Jack McGovern, the backup senior QB, coming in here to replace him, pending if Skinner's doing all right or not. Don's defense out there and ready to
From
go.
my hypothesis, knee down, hands by his hips. I'm gonna assume it's probably a hand injury or something near the hand or wrist area.
Yep.
Because when you're down in that position, you're trying to hide it. You know, you're holding it. You're like, ah.
Yep, you know, got the wrist here. Maybe it hurts a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a thumb. I had a rugby game once where I jammed my thumb right into a dude's thigh trying to go in for the tackle. And I was like, can't pass the ball too well right now. We'll see is he going to stay in this game? Is Skinner going to persevere? Looks like not. He's headed for the sideline.
Skinner's going to come out, and here comes
19.
Big Brisbane? No, he plays wide receiver normally.
Are they going the Wildcat formation here? I think they're going with Berger at quarterback. Oh, never mind. Here comes 14.
Here comes, number
Here's
14,
Lincoln.
Jamar Lincoln, the sophomore backup. So it looks like they elect not to use McGovern, number 12, the senior.
Lincoln, big boy here, bigger than Berger.
Here we
Taller.
go. Lincoln takes a snap, looking deep on his first play. River Lockwood
Oh,
looks like he's going to get a pass interference call on his defense. He was all over him, but didn't really look back at the ball.
yeah, unfortunate. Luckily, I do not think. Oh, it's a first down automatically.
Yep, it is.
So looks like Lincoln decided to take the risk. Throw that ball deep from 2nd and 40.
That's a gutsy move.
And it looks like Copeland might not be coming back in the game, looking down the sidelines as he is unpadded up. So
gonna be a
unfortunate for the
rough
Dons. Terhart's going to step up here at that linebacking position.
Yep. It looks like. Is he gonna? Yes. All right. Number 14, Jamar Lincoln, staying in the game. It looks like Skinner has sustained some sort of long-term injury.
He's heading to the medical bench, as I can see on this far side with the trainer. Look straight out in front of you. Look at the second.
Oh yeah, I see
that
it.
to the right.
Yep.
So
Getting checked out and-
takes it back to the original line of scrimmage or the original first down marker. So basically reset or they keep it second down.
Second down. It's going to be 2nd and 9. Trips left formation. Ball is snapped. Fires. And it is a bit of a high pass intended. Target number 11, Johnny Greco. Unfortunately, Jamar Lincoln throws in a bit too high, and maybe it's those nerves coming out.
I gotta give Lincoln some props from some prop here. Props? Yeah.
Props, yeah.
I mean, he's got a big body, and looks like Dunn was right there about to make the hit, but Lincoln able to almost shift into it like he's in the post in basketball. Use his weight into Dunn, able to stay on his feet and make a throw.
You can't help but wonder. Maybe Lincoln's an even better runner than Skinner with a big physical
I
stature.
mean, he looks to be about 6'4", comparing him to Berger, as he's listed as 6'2" on the roster sheet. Berger is.
Here we go. Lincoln takes the snap, fires it deep again. Oh, it looks like the Dons almost got an interception there, but the ball is going to come out. Number 13, Finn Rivera, is not going to make the catch, and that is going to be 4th down. But you know what? I want to honestly give some props to Lincoln there. It's not easy to come in as the backup quarterback and just take multiple deep shots downfield. Obviously they're in a 4th and long or a 3rd and long scenario they need to, but
Now 4th and long.
that's not easy to step into when it comes punt team.
Jared Goff, if you're watching this, I just want to make a shout out.
Jared Goff, if you are.
Jared Goff, I love you, man.
Fair catch.
Please come back to Berkeley, say what's up. Make sure JKS stays with the Bears. Make sure he's the next you, all that. That's all I really need to say, Jared Goff.
Jared, if you are on the street. 9 minutes and 15 seconds left to play. Don's still up by 2 scores.
Volume a bit. So Jared Goff, once again, come back to Cal. Make sure JKS is the next you. And I love you, man. If you're watching.
Love you, don't love your high school team. We love the Dons. Here we go. Acalanes got that queen right formation with Tandler. Ball is snapped. Winkles elects to keep it himself, rolling out to the right, and decides to get on his own legs. Runs out of bounds after a short gain, as no receiver is going to get open downfield.
Winkles gets on his horse and runs that for about a gain of 3 there. Not seeing anything downfield developing. So once again, gain of 5. We really got to work on our.
Folks, it is. Admittedly, it is very hard from the position we're in to see, to eyeball how many yards
we need
these
to come up
players
with a
are
better
getting.
system.
Here we go. We got a twins left formation, queen with Tandler again as that tight end. Same formation as last time. Andrew up as a solo receiver on the right side.
Jared Goff, if you are watching.
All right.
No, I'm joking. Will Miller, I do follow you.
Here we go. Ball snapped, handed off to Josh Ellerts. Ellerts finds a little bit of a lane, but is hit hard by, I believe that's number 24, Carter Matza.
Yeah.
The
Don's
junior
out
makes a big
here
tackle there.
looking strong still. You really have to trust them.
Yep, 3rd and short. Unfortunately, this is one of those scenarios where we would love to run that 2 running back, Little John 1-2 punch, but he is not available currently. Winkles takes the snap, fakes a handoff to Ellerts, rolls out to the right, doesn't find a man, looks to get downfield.
I'm going to say that's an inch short or maybe right on the line. As you'll see, he's around the 39, and the 39 is the line to gain. First down, Dons.
There we go, big first down. Winkles, gets on his feet, fights for those extra yards, falls forward. That's big.
He loves to call his own number tonight.
Really does.
He's really making sure this is his game, that he's in control. Let's see how the
Yeah.
Wildcats will line up. 2 deep safeties.
We got twins
And-
formation. Winkles goes for that hard count. Yep, again, we got a 2 high shell.
I think one thing I've noticed that they've changed up the D-line. As early in the game, you had some bigger players like definitely Tarantino was in. I don't see him in right now. So that's a key player that you see missing from this D-line. He may have to be playing both ways tonight.
Here we go, ball is snapped. Looks for that quick screen to Baselli. Baselli fights up the sideline and gets a couple yards.
There we go. But
He's a shifty guy.
definitely less subbing from the sideline. So they are bringing in guys, but less of those 4-man subs that we saw in the first half. So it looks like
Yeah.
they're trying to get a group of guys in and get in a rhythm.
You know, and honestly, it was hard for Marin Catholic to get into that rhythm when they're sending so many guys in and out every single play. You know, because these guys aren't really getting the time to get set, and it looks like Tarantino is back in on the D-line.
Yeah, it looks like I also just ate my words right there as they
Here we
brought in
go.
4 guys.
Here we go. Winkles calls his own number, runs up the middle, and is stuffed by
Five.
Tarantino. Gets a little scrappy there.
Dons are
Looks
angry
like they're
about
getting
this.
angry.
Flags
Little bit of a
flying.
fight here. Flag comes up. Main aggressor, number 28, Dayton Trammell.
Another flag
and
thrown
looks
late.
like that flag hit up in the head.
Yeah, you know, it's actually pretty dangerous. There was it Orlando Brown Sr.? I believe it was Orlando Brown Sr., the tackle for the Ravens, who got blinded by a
the
flag
flag, yeah.
hitting him in the eye. So watch out, you know, safety precautions.
And it looked like the refs had blown the play dead, and the Marin Catholic defense still opted to slam Winkles onto the ground. Try to get in the head a little bit.
Let's see.
Yep, unsportsmanlike conduct
Second
on the
flag
defense.
here.
For those who didn't hear. Oh, and on the offense.
Cancels
The
out.
Plays are going to cancel out.
3rd down
And
here for the Dons.
Acalanes fans are not happy with that call. But
Jesus is watching is what we just heard, so
Ow.
I guess
Acalanes
a
fans
big
not
dissent
happy.
from the fans here.
They're not happy with that one. But
Yeah.
yeah, those unsportsmanlike conducts are going to even out.
A little funny that
No action.
the non-Catholic schools call it, saying that Jesus is watching.
Yeah. Here we go.
But we'll see how the Dons, we'll see how both teams respond to that flare and emotions right there.
Yep.
Both teams want it so bad. Both teams want to have a shot and prove to everyone in the open division that they belong to be here.
Yep.
Because Marin Catholic didn't have a great league season this year.
5-5, I believe.
Yeah, and they're in a really tough league
Yeah.
of
no, it's
prep
definitely
schools. Like Archbishop, no, not Reardon. Cardinal Newman, that's what I was thinking of. I thought their logo, just couldn't think of the name.
Good team.
But they've been really good and are the 3rd seed, and who I don't know the score of their game, but who are most likely going to play either the Wildcats or Dons.
Yeah, and that's a get back. My freshman year. So 3-4 years ago, Acalanes got knocked out of the playoffs by Cardinal Newman. So looking maybe to get a get back. Here we go. We got Ricker on the right side. 1 man guarded on him. It looks like that safety is going to drop back to maybe cover Ricker, but maybe some sort of out route. Here we go. Winkles makes a quick adjustment. Ball is snapped, handed off to Josh Ellerts on the left side. Ellerts jumps through a gap and gets the first down for Acalanes.
That is classic Josh Ellerts.
Oh, and you can see we're still scrappy in this game as San Marin is fighting way after.
You said it again. San Marin.
Marin Catholic. I'm so sorry, folks. Yeah, all 3 years of my high school, we played San Marin at some point in the season. So this is a very, sometimes it just slips in my head. Marin Catholic, here we go. 1st and 10 for Acalanes on the 54-yard line. Winkles goes with that hard count. No one jumps. Gets a play call. We got twins formation.
The Dons.
No. We got queen left with twins on the right. Here we go. Ball is snapped. Winkles looks for a quick one. Ball is tipped.
Dropped.
And dropped. It looks like the defensive lineman got his hand up, was able to tip off Winkles' throw.
And then number 11, Johnny Greco, the junior's cornerback, tried to dive on that one but wasn't able to get to it. The Dons have definitely done a good job in this possession, kind of chewing down this clock. I mean, 2 plays ago, we saw that vintage Ellerts run, being able to get 6, 8 yards on it and fall forward. Something the Dons have been unable to establish.
Ball is
Here's
snapped,
Ellerts.
handed off to Ellerts. Ellerts makes the first man miss, fights upfield, and gets a quick gain for Acalanes of about 4 yards. And that was a pretty good juke out of Ellerts, you know?
Third and 6. Hold on.
Here we go. Acalanes comes back out, same formation as before. Marin Catholic running a too high shell. Winkles keeps it himself, bursts up the middle, and is tackled pretty close to that first down marker.
I think Winkles has got to be nearing that, maybe not 100-yard rushing night just yet, but through his progress, he's got to be around 70 right now, and he breaks off another long run. I think he could, realistically, by the end of this game, have 100-plus yards on the ground, and definitely already has 100-plus to the air, maybe approaching that 200 mark.
Here we go. We got a 2 running back set now with Terhar in the back. Tommy Terhar, he is hard to stop downfield. Are we going to see him replacing this Little John role with that quick
like it is.
punch?
Looks like he is prepared to. He knows the scheme for that Little John and Ellert's play. So, or maybe they just taught it to him on the sideline. And Terhart's going to take that crash as Ellert leads the blocking, because you would want the more experienced back with the play to do the lead blocking. As it's pretty simple for Ellert just to run straight.
Absolutely.
I mean, for Terhart just to run straight, folks.
You know, that is a really hard play to stop. That's been Acalanes' money short yard gain. It's either that or that quick Ellert's tush push.
Yeah, we haven't seen that tonight too. So if they elect just to go out with just Ellert's and have Terhart come out, which it looks like they're going to do, expect that Ellert's quick snap and tush push.
Yep. So far it's been pretty good for Acalanes as they are going to line up. Go. We got duo receiver on the left side, Taylor in. Ball is not handed off to Ellert's. It's a quick out route, and oh my goodness. Number 87, Sean Taylor, is absolutely lit up
behind the line to gain.
And that's going to be a turnover on downs. And, you know, hats off to Marin Catholic. That was a tremendous hit. Got 2 guys on him and absolutely rocked Sean Taylor for that turnover on downs.
Yeah. Honest Abe right there, chopping down the legs.
You know, we love to talk about form tackles. That was really good. Here comes Sam Marin back out. Skinner is still not going to be, or Marin Catholic. Oh my goodness, folks. Back out. Empty backfield for number 14, Lincoln. Here we go. Trips left. Lincoln takes the snap. Looks to fire one off deep. Bit of an open man, does not catch it. Grant Ricker gets beat a little bit off the jump, but is able to catch back up, put some pressure on.
My current analysis of Lincoln is he's almost trying to act too nonchalant in that backfield. Yeah. I think he's got to put a little pressure on himself to make the throw, because all these throws have just been lob balls, hoping that their receiver makes more of a play.
Lincoln fires, caught by number 4. Tries to make a move and is pushed out of bounds.
Berger for a gain of around 7 there.
Yep.
Geiselberger. There we go. There we go. Now we got Geiselberger.
Geiselberger. And here we go with that empty formation again. They're really trusting Lincoln to sling the rock here. Ball is snapped. Lincoln fires it downfield. Another one of those lobs.
Here goes Condi!
Grant Condi with a huge pick for Acalanes. Gets his hands up, brings the ball in, turnover.
The man, Honest Abe, known for his form tackles and big hits, shows his coverage skills and comes down with that ball, high points it, and probably just kills the confidence of the young quarterback, Lincoln, right there.
Absolutely. Lincoln, so far, hasn't had any huge gains, but is now 1 pick deep, you know, kind of in his head with 5 minutes and 18 seconds left to play on this third.
Not to diss the Marin Catholic coaching squad, but maybe they have a lot of faith in Lincoln. But I don't know why you would rush him with these deep concepts, as the Geiselberger check down was a great play and probably built up his confidence there. But going right back to the deep balls, I just don't know if that's the ideal situation for a guy who's coming into the biggest game of your season and you're immediately rushing in. Maybe you have the faith in him, but I don't know. Maybe I disagree with their approach there.
Yeah, so far hasn't worked. He throws a really lofty ball, gives time for the secondary to come in and make a play on it. And that was an Ellert's quick gain of about 4. Here comes Acalanes with a really spread formation. Winkles calls his own number again, goes up the middle, and gets a pretty pretty nice gain before he's brought down. And he's just so explosive. You know, when he turns it upfield, he's able to get those yards quick before Marin Catholic can even recognize what's going on.
There we go. He's up.
Winkles looks like he took a little bit of a big hit there, but he's up. He's working through it. He's a guy who's really good with the contact.
Yeah, especially we saw it in the Clayton Valley game. Kind of got studded around that heel area. But what did he do on that next play? He went on to throw a touchdown over the middle. So he's a guy who plays through adversity.
Here we go.
Two back.
Third and short. We got that 2 running back formation. Terhar maybe looking to get the ball for his first carry.
Third and super short here.
Here we go. Ball is snapped. Handed off to Terhar. Terhar decides to bounce it outside and is brought down for a pretty substantial loss of about 5 before he's able to do anything. And, you know, the bread and butter that Acalanes play has been right up the middle, and it looks like bouncing it outside did not do the same intended effect.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll probably see Winkles get back here. Maybe try to catch him off sides because that's 5 yards. That's a first down. He catches them on the hard count. So, and he's lined up like it.
Yep, there you go. There's that hard count. Winkles.
Maybe another fake punt.
It's a new play.
Check Famar maybe.
Elects not to punt it. Here we go. Winkles fires it deep. Rivera. No good. Slightly out of reach for number 13, Finn Rivera, and that's going to be turnover on downs, leaving Marin Catholic with pretty good field position. Defense is going to have to come in and fire.
It's a very gutsy call. Of course, that was there. The offense has had it, and just fingertips have been the difference in this. How close we've been.
We got Giorgiani in at linebacker, number 8, the senior. I believe he had defensive player of the game last game against Las Lomas. Looking to repeat that.
Looks like they're electing to keep Terhart on the offensive side, saving for that, and put Giorgiani in at that middle linebacker position over him. And he's still accompanied by Carson Wellington.
Some sort of a man kind of concept lined up here. Ball is snapped. Keeps it himself. Fires deep.
That is a
Boy,
beauty.
is that a tremendous catch if that's in. Let's see what, and that's a touchdown for Marin Catholic. They're going to bring it back to just a 1-score game, and you got to get props. You got to get props. With number 2, Acalanes Jones, all over that receiver. He's able to turn opposite shoulder and find the ball in the corner of the end zone. That's a great throw, and that's a great catch.
Yeah, no confidence lost in Lincoln after the interception. Goes right back to his deep ball.
Yeah.
And finally finds the man.
And did you notice that throw had a little more gusto on it? It wasn't as lofty. He kind of zipped it in a bit more.
Yeah, unfortunate here for the Dons. See if the special teams. It's muffed!
Looks like we had a little bit of a muffed long snap. Is it going to be a penalty, or did Marin Catholic
just mess it up?
Wait,
they get another try?
False start. Yep, it looks like it's going to be a false start on Marin Catholic. 5-yard penalty, and they're going to get another chance to kick it from slightly deeper.
Center Joey Martin on the sideline firing up his offensive unit, saying this is the time that we take control of this game. No more mistakes.
Yeah, J Mart, he's a player that plays with a lot of ferociousness, and he loves to get the team fired up, and the team loves it too. And wow, that is a great form kick. That ball had a really nice spiral to it, as that is going to be another 7 for Marin Catholic. We are now in a 1-score game, folks. Acalanes is looking to bounce back, break off some sort of quick touchdown. Not even a quick touchdown. Run the clock down with just 3 minutes left. If you're Acalanes,
where's the offense?
You want to give Marin Catholic the least amount of touches in this game as you can. So if you could run down the time, that'd be great, but unfortunately the run game hasn't been as successful. It's been better in the second half, but still not on par to what it normally is, due to Marin Catholic's great defensive line and great defensive schemes. So
See the stadium pulse going on right now, a little bit of movement in our camera.
Yeah.
Dons, it's score of the football, man. Where's that been since the first half?
Yeah.
In the 9 minutes we've played so far, the Dons offense has not been able to really crack past midfield just yet.
Kick is up. Ball is going to be fielded by number 13, Rivera. Rivera looking for a gap, burst through and is brought down at about the 30-31 yard line for a nice 6 yards more than if you just let it go back. Acalanes poised to come back out on offense. Hopefully make something happen here.
Oh, I think Winkles just got to get that ball in. I think he's been so close tonight and has obviously made some amazing throws, but
And unfortunately, it looks like Little John, though still suited up, will probably not come back in the game for the rest of the game. As
not the fourth quarter. Yeah, maybe they're just saving for the fourth.
Here we go. Little play action. Rivera catches it up the middle, fights for about a gain of 9. Great pass. That's that same type of scheme that Acalanes scored that opening touchdown on. You know, a little play action pass fired off to Rivera on that slant. And it goes for a good gain, actually, of 10. First down, Acalanes.
Looks like they're just trying to get Winkles back to his natural instincts. Just kind of make it quick. Don't make him overthink stuff. Just let him play the game.
Winkles
knows how he
takes a quick check down.
It's a gain of 5, forward progress.
To Josh Ellerts. Ellerts catches the ball, and yeah, like Will just said, forward progress. You know, those tackles that push the man back. That doesn't.
Oh, that is not a great spot. I do not agree with that spot.
Yeah, I think it should have been a yard or two, but it's whatever. We got 2 minutes and 10 seconds left on this third quarter.
Luckily, you guys are now gifted with the clock down at that score bug, so.
We go a little hard.
Shout out Harrison Scheffler, man. He's the GOAT. He's been doing it all on score bug.
They do a tremendous job. We'll give them more of a shout out after the game, but here we go. Winkles takes the snap, looks to his left, fires it off to Ricker on a quick button route, brings it in, and gets a first down for Acalanes.
Don's going back to that more try and true passing game. Yeah. We kind of abandoned that to try to get the run started, and we started to get some little bit of inconsistency, but getting Winkles back in his rhythm, back in his motion, and expect to see a deep pass here soon. That's what Winkles wants. Is he's loved that one-on-one coverage tonight, testing it.
Here we go. A little bit of a hard count again. We got a queen left formation. Dons have loved to run this formation where they put a tight end on the short side, put 2 receivers out on the strong side, and run it from there. Here comes Winkles, fires again, and that is a great adjustment from number 7, Andrew Up. Ball is thrown a tiny bit outside. He does a good job getting his weight low, reaching out, and bringing it in for a nice gain. Here we go. Rivera comes back in the game.
Don's making steady movement right now, and they're keeping this clock winding as all these passes have been completed and inside the bounds.
Yep. Here we go. Ball is snapped. Winkles looking for something deep, fires it off, and it's a bit of an overthrow, but no pass interference call. I don't know. I saw some hands on the back.
I think that ball was a little bit closer to Up.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, the refs have a better vantage point than we do, but it looked like the DB got some hands on Up. Unfortunately, no pass interference call. We're here at 3rd and mid. Acalanes looking to secure another first down and keep this drive going.
Shows blitz right there. Winkles picking that up. Number 22, I believe. Clayton Stewart showing that blitz off the right side backer.
Ball is snapped, and oh my goodness. Number 50, that's Tarantino. We told you to watch out for him in the pregame, and here he is. He does a really good job. You know, Acalanes has been trying to do that play action, let Winkles keep the ball all game. Recognizes that, doesn't fall for the play action, and swallows Winkles before he can do anything about it.
Dons like to go for it here. Don't expect a punt once they're in opponent territory.
Oh. Winkles goes back to take the punt. Goes for a bit of a hard count here. Are they going to elect to stay in punt, or are they going to go for it? To be or not to be, that's the question for tonight, folks. And
timeout
Dons. Call. And so far, you know, we talk a lot about that hard count out of Winkles, but the thing is, you know, we talk about it trying to get the defense to jump, but as Will just mentioned, the other factor of that is you get to get a quick read of what the defense is looking to do. You know, Marin Catholic, a team that's blitzing their linebackers a lot. Tyler Winkles is able to use that hard count to see if that linebacker is looking to go downfield. Then offensive coordinator Coach Gilly can make a call based on that. Maybe change the blocking adjustments around and make sure you're picking up that blitzing linebacker.
Yeah, Dons need to show up here on offense on this drive and really show out. And we need that student section to really put some energy inside the Dons. You know, some key students I think are missing tonight. Maybe Andrew Imes that needs to be hyping up in the student section right now. And we need some energy here. We need to get the Dons energized and ready to fight for this victory.
As we are kicking it off on this fourth quarter, just 12 minutes left of football, folks. One team's going to go home. And personally, I don't think it's going to be Acalanes. But we're going to see how this pans out.
We'll see how this final quarter play
comes back out. And it looks like Tyler Winkles is going to elect maybe to punt this ball. Another hard count. Gets his play call.
Come on,
and
Dons.
looks like he's showing punt. Maybe we'll see a fake. Nope. Elects to punt the ball, and that is an absolute leg of a punt. Maybe
Beauty.
it spins back.
Get there.
Maybe it spins back. Great job by Acalanes getting down, pinning that ball. Marin Catholic in some pretty rough field position here. Ooh. Gets a little scrappy on the sideline between two players. But they resolve it, and Acalanes looking to maybe rip off a safety. You know, Las Lomas, Bryce Birdsong got the first score of the game with a safety on a nice tackle for loss. We're going to see if they can do it once again.
Winkles pins them super deep right there, you know. Almost like he's channeling his inner Bethel inside him, you know. Big boom, let that ball hang up in the air. Really made I'm just going to keep calling him Burger. Gaseberg, Burger. Makes Burger elect out, not go for that ball, and plops it right down on that 2.5-yard line, really.
Great job. Now the question is Acalanes going to go for a heavy blitz here?
Yeah, you've definitely seen the D-line decrease in its presence since Littlejohn's been out here.
Empty
Dunn now
backfield.
playing on the edge.
Here we go. Fires it across the middle.
Oh!
Intercepted! Oh my goodness!
That's 2!
Grant Condi with his second interception of the game. Dons give it up. Grant Condi says, no, I'm going to get this back, and the Dons are damn near in the red zone.
Honest Abe is keeping Lincoln himself honest.
Oh my goodness. You know, we always talk about Condi being honest Abe.
Well, he chops man down, but geez, ball hawk right there. Second pick of the night. Just what a play by Condi, keeping his eyes, keeping Lincoln honest. Lincoln decides to throw into contested coverage, and Condi says, not around me, partner. Not around me, partner.
Not today. I'm going to chop that Lincoln tree down. Here we go. Winkles.
Let's keep it going.
Takes the snap. Looks as a receiver for a quick out route. There's Tandler, makes the catch, and gets a quick gain for Acalanes.
4 or 5 right there.
About 4 or 5 yards. Does a good job. And now this momentum is going back in the direction that we wanted.
You know, I'd like to shout out all the Dons here that are watching the broadcast right now. Maybe you couldn't make the game for some reasons, but I love the support here. Love keeping the boys watching online. You know, some names I've heard: Andrew Imes, Jasper Hammer. Let's keep it going, boys. We got energy right now.
Let's go. We got some energy.
Send the energy through the screen.
We got this same money formation that Acalanes has been running all game with that queen right. Sean Tandler in at the tight end. 2 receivers out on the right side. Grant Ricker alone on the left.
You think we go Grant Ricker?
Ball is
throw that
snapped,
ball up.
handed off to Ellerts. No, Winkles keeps it himself. There he goes! Touchdown! Acalanes, Tyler Winkles for another rushing touchdown. Calls his own number. How do you stop the kid?
Juniors go back-to-back right there. Condi gets the interception, that's 2. Winkles gets his second rushing touchdown of the night, and now puts the Dons in a very comfortable position for tonight. Up 13, soon to be 14 as Omer's about to drill it. Wow.
And Winkles, 100% player of the game here. You know, called his own number twice in that key position and scored twice. It seems like they really don't have an answer for him here. Omri Neumann, so far, been pretty good tonight. Ball is through the uprights and he remains.
Have you seen a prettier ball kicked by a high schooler?
What?
Have you seen a prettier ball kicked by a high schooler?
Frankly, I haven't. And Grant Condi over on the sideline absolutely fired up. You can feel the energy and the momentum as Acalanes brings it back to a 2-score game with just under 11 minutes left to play.
Exactly what the Dons needed there. Turn defense into offense as we channel that momentum from that pick. Winkles goes down. Once again, calls his own number tonight. And really, once you get him into that second layer, Winkles being him, as he already is him, the GOAT. You get him into that second layer, he's able to dice you up, like, with his legs, not even just the arm. He's able to make a man miss, find his hole, and just commit to it. And he's fast, man, as we said. Lamar Jackson protege.
Yep, Lamar Jackson, here we go. Omri Neumann set to take this kickoff. Ball is absolutely booted. Number 4, Berger, looking to take the return. Takes it up to the right, looking for a blocker, doesn't find one, and is swallowed by the Dons.
Danny
that's a great
Dunn
job. Danny
and
Dunn, Marco Giorgiani.
Colton Whalen.
Giorgiani, I believe, does a really good
Carson
job
Wellington.
going through his blocks, ensuring
shout out sophomore
Marin
quarterback
Catholic.
Colton Whalen.
ensuring Marin Catholic can't break off a big special teams run. Dons have done great on special teams.
Yeah.
Blocked field goal or blocked PATs.
Great tackling. Only thing you really missed was that one long punt return by Berger, who was able to make a few men miss and got pushed out by Ellards. Great job. Carson Wellington, man on the tackle, joined by Danny Dunn there. 11 and 77 pairing together. Looks like Dunn is not in on this offensive drive, as you have Birdsong on one edge, Safner and Casado with, Tandler on that right edge.
Here we go. We got a trips left formation. Empty backfield. Lincoln takes the snap, looks to his left, doesn't find a man, fires across the middle, and it is caught by number 19, Grant Ricker, brings him down after
Carter Mazza.
Yep, Carter
the
Mazza.
junior wide receiver gets that catch.
And that was a good scheme by Marin Catholic.
That comes Dunn.
Yeah, we see Acalanes was running a high show with Ricker back there, and they find that little soft spot in between the linebackers, but in front of the safety, and they're able to make a quick grab. Here we go, back in this empty formation that Marin Catholic has loved since Lincoln has come into the game. Lincoln takes a snap, looking to his right, fires it across the middle. Ball should have been caught. Number 19 for Marin Catholic, Nick Brisbane, fumbles the ball, and then number 19 for Acalanes, little 19-on-19 action. Grant Ricker hits him hard after the play.
Additionally, Terhart from that blitzing linebacker position put a hit on Lincoln there, making him feel. But once again, Lincoln doesn't take a lot of it takes a lot of force to get him down. Even with Terhart at full force, he just kind of stumbled backwards. So you got to get two guys to get him down in that backfield.
Yep. 2nd and 10. We're back in this empty formation. So far, this is their main look with Lincoln in. Ball is snapped. Lincoln looks to his left, fires it deep. It's intercepted. Grant Ricker catches it and goes out of bounds. And that is another pick for Acalanes.
That is the third pick of the night for Lincoln.
And oh my goodness. Talk about a defensive bout for Acalanes in the second half with just 10 minutes left. Lincoln can't get the ball into the hands of his own receivers as Acalanes continuously picks that up. And there's Grant Ricker, has 2 touchdowns on the night, now has an interception. Kid's had himself quite a game.
Yeah, and now we'll see how the Dons can try to hopefully ice out this game. Of course, 10 minutes left, a lot of time to play, but if they can get this running game established, I don't see how the Dons won't take off 5+ minutes. No, they're in kill mode.
Fires it to number 7, Andrew up. Andrew fights through contact and gets himself another 8 yards after contact.
Dons in kill mode right now. They're not letting off the gas. They're not going to try to establish any run game. They're just going, we're putting up points right now.
And this is some great energy that you can feel from Acalanes right here. The parents are getting loud. The students that are here are getting loud. This has been a great 4th quarter so far. Here we go. Ball is snapped, handed off to Josh Ellards. Ellards finds a little bit of a gap and is hit, but not before he gets a nice chunk of yards.
Yeah, I don't know. Run game still struggled. Marin Catholic, I have to give them the props. Great front tonight. Great front 4 for them tonight. Tarantino and others on that line have done a great job at stopping the Dons' run game.
Absolutely. We've got a twins formation here. Winkles goes for that hard count again.
College football update. Clemson upsets Louisville 2019 in a little Friday night action.
It's fun to see Clemson winning. Here we go. Ball is snapped. Winkles looking for some sort of deep ball. Fires it off. And ooh. And there we go. Here comes out the flag. Is that going to be pass interference? It looks like maybe it was some sort of miscommunication. Finn Rivera tries to break it inside for more of a post route. Winkles throws more of a corner route to the outside. Maybe it was a last-minute adjustment. Rivera's getting jammed on the outside, by the Marin Catholic DBs, and he elects to go into the middle.
First down Dons, is that what I saw?
I actually think he held up a 3.
Or maybe decline?
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd down. Folks at home, we're not entirely sure what that penalty was, but whatever it is, probably got declined because there's no yardage change here. Acalanes takes the snap. Winkles looking to fire again. Ball is caught. Number 19, Grant Ricker secures.
Ooh,
I actually
short of the
don't believe
line.
that's going to be a first down.
Forward progress is going to mark him
Maybe
in
it
front.
is.
First down.
There we go, and the chains move as Acalanes breaks off.
To be honest, I don't understand these markings. You know, there he's given the forward progress. Ellert's ball wasn't really, but good for the Dons here. First down.
Here we go. Acalanes looking to capitalize on this. We got that money formation that we were talking about earlier with that queen. Hard count. Looks over to offensive coordinator. And, okay, here we go.
Winkle's making some adjustments here.
Ball is snapped. Winkles hands it off to Ellerts. Ellerts has a little room on the left side. Turns it up and gets a nice gain. Another chunk play.
Wildcats starting to look a little fatigued here. These chunk runs are starting to come off. Wouldn't be surprised if Ellerts breaks one and continues his touchdown streak.
Yep. You know that moment when you're kind of backpedaling and you put your weight a tiny bit too much on your heel and you start to fall? That's kind of where Marin Catholic is right now. They're still on their feet, you know. They still definitely have a fighting chance in this game, but it looks like they're starting to slip backwards just a tiny bit. Here we go. We got that same formation as before. Winkles takes the snap, fakes a handoff to Ellerts, elects to keep it himself, fights through the first contact, and eventually goes out of bounds.
For a gain of around 2. Shout out number 55, Cash Ricker right there. Laying a little pancake block,
Yep.
putting the Marin Catholic D-line into the ground.
Acalanes with
And I would like to shout out, as I was reported about a minute ago, we had reached 300 concurrent viewers. Thank you all you guys. Thank you all NCS football fans and
All the
Dons
folks at home.
and Wildcats fans for tuning in tonight. And I hope we've made it a good experience for
Yep.
everyone.
I really hope so too. Here we go, same formation as before. Tyler Winkles gets his call after the hard count yet again. Ball is snapped, looks to his left, shifts over to the right. He's rolling out.
Baselli.
Decides to fire. Here's Baselli. Touchdown! Yet another.
Wow, great readjustment by Baselli. Sees that as Winkles rolls right, his DB is going down, cuts it back as he was cutting infield, cuts it back to cut to the outfield, heads towards the end zone where no safety, no one over the top, and Winkles just draws down the DB, plops it right over. Easiest throw of the game for him.
Huge, as that's another score. If Neumann bangs this up and good, it's going to be 42-21. The Dons taking a considerable lead with 7 minutes and 50 seconds left. You know, I don't want to jump the gun. I don't want to say things too early, but it seems like they got a coffin laid out and those nails are starting to be hammered in.
Yeah, Dons up 20 points at 7 minutes and 51 seconds left in this fourth quarter. We'll see. Marin Catholic's probably gonna have to go with the same thing they've been doing all night with Lincoln and just throw that ball deep and hope a receiver makes a play.
Yep. With just under 8 minutes, and it is a 3-score game. This is looking harder and harder for Marin Catholic to get a hold of it. It's seeming like that backpedal, like we were saying earlier, starting to put them in that falling position.
Starting to kind of put them in the dirt, frankly. We'll see how this game plays out. You know, never count a team out till the clock strikes 0.
You know, game's not over till the fat lady sings, as my mom used to always tell me watching sports games as a kid. Shout out, Mom, watching at home.
Who's the fat lady?
I think it's just a sports saying. Ball is kicked high. Here comes Berger on the return, looking to go to the left. Daniel Dunn gets into the backfield and makes a great tackle.
Just swallows
Berger
him.
has no chance to do anything there as he's just shoved into the ground by, what were we calling Daniel Dunn earlier? Mr. Inevitable?
Yeah, I think that was.
He can't be stopped tonight. That's been a pretty common theme for Acalanes tonight. It's just how do you stop us? And
Yeah, I mean, obviously that third quarter was definitely a low point
sure.
offensively for both teams. As Marin Catholic did have a chance to get back into this game, but the Dons defense was able to play through it. And once the scoring started for the Dons, it's really hard to get them to stop, unless it's a self-inflicted wound or they cause a turnover. But Dons are rolling right now. Dons are rolling.
Looks like maybe some sort of penalty on Acalanes with that tackle, because Marin Catholic is going to get a couple extra penalty yards before they start this drive. Here's Lincoln again. Folks, honestly, at home with this kind of score, I can't help but just assume that they're going to go for that same type of play that Lincoln's been running with those deep throws. Maybe a run to start off the tempo, but yep, here we go. Lincoln fires it deep, throws it out of bounds, a bit too far left.
One thing
Intended target number 7, Edwin Bullion, no catch.
One thing I think the Dons sideline can maybe do is, you know, say pass, or ball, because one thing that's got the Dons beat is, of course, the PI flags, and those only happen because the Dons aren't looking back. It's not because, like, a lack of skill or lack of coverage. They just don't know when that ball's coming, so I don't know. I know fans at home, you can't do much, but people on the sideline, ball.
Here we go. Lincoln again with that play action.
Ball.
Looks. Oh! And that is almost a tremendous grab out of number 13, Finn Rivera. Tries to scoop it in with one hand. Does not catch it, and it's going to be a 3rd and 10 for Marin Catholic here.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah. Looks like we're going to be calling out some scorebug stuff right now, as our scorebug man is. Oh, never mind. We got it. Never mind. Apologies.
Come on, folks. Here we go. Marin Catholic.
3rd and 10.
100%. You know, if I had to bet my house on something, it would be that it's going to be another one of those Lincoln deep balls. It's been a theme, and it's had enough success that
Whoa.
Marin
Never
Catholic's
mind.
probably hoping it works.
Is
Looks
Berger
like,
not the Wildcat here? Looks like he's just faking it. You know, wanted to have some fun.
yeah. Here we go. We got a Twins formation.
Oh, it's
Ball
funny.
is snapped. Here's Lincoln, fires it across the middle, and it is grabbed by number 9, Cooper Milan, for
First down.
a Marin Catholic first down.
You know, it's funny. Berger might be the most successful passer of the night. He's got 1 touchdown, 1 throw, 1 completion for like 40 yards.
Perfect QB rating, if he was a QB. And it seems like that's where Marin Catholic's found the most success, is in that sweet spot down the middle of the field. You know,
Soft coverages that Acalanes sometimes gives.
Yep, here we go. Lincoln evades a couple, fires it across the middle, and it's caught again by number 9. That's Cooper Milan, back-to-back catches, back-to-back first downs. He's found on the sideline and grabs another one.
First down, Wildcats.
Looks like we're going to go back to reminding you guys of the time, as our scoreboard does not have the time anymore. We have 7 minutes left on this fourth quarter. Ball is snapped. Lincoln gets a little sidearm. Intended target number 4. That's Berger.
Tries to go a little Mahomey there.
Yeah, and I think I might have started to see why Lincoln doesn't take it on his feet. It looked like maybe he had the ball up, maybe it's because he was looking to throw, but it looked like he had one of those tall guy runs, you know, where he's not super fast.
Big Ben.
Just a little inevitable. But maybe that's why he's not getting on his feet.
Yeah, looks like Little John's definitely out for the rest of this game. I think the Dons looks good enough. Doesn't need to force himself back out there, get healthy, you know. He is the MVP of this defense and maybe this team.
Here we go.
Big man run, brought down!
And he is sacked. Number 77, Daniel Dunn, for another one this game.
Mr. Inevitable!
How do you stop this kid? 6 minutes and 40 seconds and counting left on this fourth quarter.
TS
as
is
it is going
so
to be
tough.
3rd and long. Here we go.
Sounds like we got James Smith screaming for another Daniel Dunn sack.
There we go. Ball is snapped by Lincoln. Looks left, fires, and almost intercepted by number 19, Grant Ricker. Almost got a 2-touchdown, 2-interception game. Ball is just knocked out. That's still a really good job coming
Would
back
that
from the
be
safety
a
position, seeing the target, and making a play.
Would you call that like a double-double?
I would, in and out style, double-double for Grant Ricker.
We'd love to see that.
And honestly, that might have been 6. It looked like he had some forward momentum. But it's going to be 4th and long. Marin Catholic looking to break something off here. Dare I say, if they don't get this,
Could be game over here.
could be wraps.
Lincoln's probably just be looking deep, looking to his offensive coordinator like, yeah, coach, I'll sling it.
Here we go. Lincoln takes the snap. Looking left. Doesn't have a man yet. Tries to roll out.
Oh, big
Opts
man
to
run.
take it himself. And there you can.
Oh,
And honestly, if you're Lincoln, why are you sliding there?
I don't think he knew. I don't think he knew where the first down marker was.
And that's going to be a turnover on downs, and you know he's kind of biting, he's kicking himself there. Because he's a big guy. Even though he was a little bit slow on that carry, he definitely could have gotten an extra yard if he decided to go through the contact.
I mean, as we referenced physics earlier, force equals mass times acceleration. He had a good amount of force going into that. If he dives forward.
Just took a physics test today. I can tell you all about the forces. Shout out Ms. Guthrie. And unfortunately, it seems like Lincoln does not know quite about the forces as he opts to slide. Here we go. Acalanes comes back out on offense. 6 minutes left to play.
Let's go, Dons here. Let's go. Let's go.
We got a trips left formation from Acalanes.
Get it pumped here for the boys.
Probably,
Winkle's probably going like,
a
hey,
run
boys,
here.
let's get it.
Yep, ball is handed off to Ellerts on the right side. Ellerts cuts it up, finds a little bit of a gap, and gets a nice gain of about 3 to 4 yards. So far, actually, in the second half, you know, we were critiquing Acalanes' ability to make some run plays, but in the second half, Josh Ellerts is averaging about 4 to 5 yards per play.
Yeah, I think
that's pretty good.
definitely getting back to the more vintage style of him where he gets forward, he falls forward. Nothing super explosive. They've had really good second level coverage from the linebackers making those tackles. Not been able to break one past. So it's been good. It's been better.
Absolutely.
Definitely giving the Dons an advantage to have more second and manageables than second and longs.
Here we go. Ball is handed off to Ellerts again. Ellerts breaks through and gets another first down for Acalanes.
Dons are going to ice this one as this clock is just going to keep running. 5:13 left in this first quarter.
We got a little injury down from Marin Catholic. Injury timeout is called.
Two. A Don and a Wildcat are down right now.
Yep. Here comes Chris Clark out to make an eval. And it looks like
It might
Acalanes,
be
if they win, they're going to go to the next round of the playoffs. We don't know who it's going to be against yet. And we
most
don't know if
likely
it's gonna be
Cardinal
away or
Newman.
home, but we do know one thing. If it is home, we'll see you next Friday.
Oh, we'll be broadcasting all right.
Absolutely. There's nothing I love more than playoff football. And so far, talk about playoff football, this has been an incredible game. Acalanes is up by a lot now, but that wasn't always the case. We had a shootout.
We've got a live score report.
Do we?
Cardinal Newman versus San Marin. Funny, this guy keeps talking about it.
San Marin,
It's
they're in
tied up 14-14. So, we've got a game. We've got a really big game right now. And, of course, we don't have all the news, but the Dons will go on to play either team. So it looks like it's pretty evenly matched up. And, frankly, the Dons have been able to play with San Marin. I think they'll be able to play with Cardinal Newman. So, the Dons have a real shot of taking this all the way to the NCS championship.
Yep. I would love to see some Acalanes David Sal action. You know, I think it'd be interesting. And again, if you make it to that finals, win or lose, they get more games. So that would be absolutely tremendous. You know, if we play Cardinal Newman in the next round, if they end up progressing either way, it's going to be a good game. It seems like right now Acalanes is up by about a similar margin to how Cardinal Newman beat. Well, you know, Cardinal Newman actually gave Marin Catholic the belt last week.
Wow, just put it playing out there.
I'm a straightforward shooter. You know, that's what happened. So it'll be a really good game. You know, it'll be a fight.
Looks like 55 on the Don side is standing up. That's Cash Ricker, the junior lineman. Little limp, little shake in the arms. Maybe it's a little stinger, you know. And Marin Catholic is their player sadly yet to get up. Looks like he's stretching out his legs, so nothing too bad. Not nothing too bad, but nothing like brain or concussion or anything like that. So looks like we're going to be all right. Looks like we're going to be all right for the future. I really hope this Wildcat's able to get up and walk off on his own. Yep. You never want anyone to really get injured in this game, and he is. Clap it up.
Good. Clap it up for the player. Shout out the boys texting at home. We appreciate all the feedback, and we love being out here.
And more specifically, shout out our athletic trainers. Chris Clarker, the GOAT, and whoever the Marin Catholic trainer is. We appreciate you guys.
Yep, we absolutely appreciate you guys out here. Here we go.
Looks like we got a little nah, hey. Goodbye right here from the Dons parent section.
And you know what? The Dons have... Here we go. Ball is handed off by Ellerts. Ellerts runs up the middle, gets another nice chunk gain of about 3 to 4. Props up to Acalanes. They know it's playoff football. They're not bringing the second team quite yet. They're keeping their starters out there and keeping the rock moving forward.
We'll see.
And that's good.
I mean, I think Matthew Lee's out there, number 56. He isn't a traditional starter, but definitely a guy who's rotated in. What? Matthew Lee?
Maybe, yeah.
He started when Martin was out, and
Oh,
we
you
see
are right,
him
you are
rotated
correct,
in.
yep. The junior.
So we're definitely getting some rotations. Lee is a stud. I will say that. I know
Absolutely.
him. Dude is gunning for that bench press record right now, and I know that. He's
Here
been
we go.
telling me.
Ellerts gets shifty, breaks a couple tackles, fights upfield with that forward progress. It's going to be a 3rd and short. Acalanes continuing to run the clock with 4 minutes and about 5 seconds left on this game. Clock is winding down after an absolute masterclass from Acalanes on defense and offense. You know, it takes a joint effort to toss up 42 points on the game.
I just really have to shout out this Don's offense in this 4th quarter. You know, it's just been a great showing from Winkles, the resilience to fight back from those interceptions and just score a rushing touchdown and then throw for 2 after the fact. He's looked really good.
Absolutely. Here we go. That same formation we've been running all game.
Winkles, little
3rd
check.
and short. Maybe an Ellerts run to the strong side here with Tandler in at tight end.
Yeah,
As a timeout's going to be called. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on this 4th quarter. And once again, like, there's not a lot of more words to be said considering the fact that Acalanes has just done a really good job. And
the game spoke for itself so far.
yeah. You know, like I said earlier, a lot of people were saying Acalanes isn't an open division team. They can't hang in the open divisions. And I think the Dons have let the play speak for themselves. They've gone out there and fought with resilience, fought hard, and proven to these people at home, you know what? We are an open division team. And we could go out there and we could play like that.
We'll see what the Dons take it to next week. After this play, I'll check another score update, see if anything's new.
Here we go.
Winkles
elects to toss the ball. Fires deep to Andrew up. Ball is caught. There goes up for 6. And oh my goodness. Talk about Acalanes keeping the tempo, not just running the clock out. As Tyler Winkles elects to throw a deep one to Andrew Up, the senior, for his first touchdown of the night.
That's wonderful. Wonderful ball from Winkles. All night he's been working for that deep ball over the shoulder. And finally here in that 4th quarter, of course he's had others he's thrown, but that one was beautiful.
Yeah, Andrew
right
Up shows
over
off
the
his
shoulder,
speed.
falls
and
right
gets
into the
forward.
breadbasket.
That's another great one, as Acalanes is going to hopefully put up 49 points so far on this Marin Catholic defense.
No score update just yet. Still 14-14 in that San Marin Cardinal Newman game.
It's been pretty good. Acalanes going to kick off again. Send it.
As actually, we are in overtime in that game. It is
Really?
end of regulation.
And if you're a Bay Area sports fan, I'd just like to take a moment to point out the fact that Stephen Curry just dropped 49 points in
That
the
is
Warriors
what I
win.
heard too. I heard Curry came out and showed Victor Wembanyama, hey, it's okay, we got Stephen Curry.
You know, some say I'm crazy. I like to say Steph Curry is the GOAT of basketball. I think he's better than Bron. I think he's better than
Yeah,
LJ.
clap it up for the Dons here as the fans are giving them an ovation after a wonderful performance tonight.
Yep, 3 minutes and 21 seconds left on the game. 49-24. It's now a 4-score game. Here comes Neumann to kick
I'd say
off
Curry
the
feels
ball
good
once
in those
again.
new Kobe's, as Curry recently was released or mutually released himself from the Under Armour brand and is a free agent in the shoe market right now.
Here we go with an absolute boot. Berger is going to take it, and it's going to be a touchback. And boy, does Omri have a leg on him. That's a really good kick. Plain and simple. Here we go. We got 3 minutes and 20 seconds left.
As we're counting down, I mean, I was told to do this at the end of the broadcast, but our crew here, we can't do it without our wonderful people joined us. We can go from left to right here. We got Milo Anderson, the sophomore on the camera. We got Henry Rosenberg, a fellow junior with me, working our switcher as well as watching the game live to make sure everything sounds and looks good. Got Adrian Last, another junior on the right on the camera. And the guy who's really put this all together, technically, who's put up the time and put up the down and distance, Harrison Scheffler.
Yep. Shout out Jack too over there. Come
Yeah.
on, we can't forget about Jack. He's
He's posted.
our tech crew. We started out this season rough with our broadcast, and we would not be able to do what we do without our incredible tech crew. They do a good job. None of them are seniors, so they'll all be back here next year, keeping the broadcast alive. And honestly, I love that. As the ball is snapped, here comes Lincoln, fires deep. Can Rivera break another one? No, he cannot, as the ball is pretty drastically overthrown. 3 minutes and 40 seconds, or 3 minutes and 14 seconds, sorry, left in the game. And as we were saying before, I truly, to the people at home, cannot express how much gratitude I have for this tech team, for putting this all together. It's absolutely incredible. Me and Will come up here and we look at how they set up, how they get everything ready, and we have no clue what's going on.
We have a minor clue.
Maybe a tiny bit, but not a lot.
We can maybe do it, but
No,
we're not to the standard that you guys have now come to expect from this amazing crew.
Yep.
And, of course, also have to thank our advisor, John Rogers, who's really helped to put this entire club together, helped us with the equipment, helped us with a lot of leadership, and it's just been a great guy.
Yeah, here comes the pressure, and that is another incomplete throw.
The Don's second unit is now in this game. So that is Nolan Potts, number 20 at DB. Anthony Samario. Christian Samario, 33 at linebacker. And number 16, I believe someone called up from the JV team.
Yep. And number 15, Luca Otham in at corner.
Yeah. And 19 back there at safety. Not Grant Ricker, but someone else.
Is that 29?
That's
no, that is 19, but he's just in a JV jersey.
Yeah.
So it looks like we got the boys that got called up.
Nolan Potts in the big press here on this left side against Lucas Rotem.
Here we go.
Potts sticking with him like glue.
Big sack for Bryce Birdsong. There's another one as he gets hyped up. Bryce Birdsong now at 10.5 sacks, maybe 11.5. The sack leader, like we said earlier for Acalanes, he's done a really good job with the looks he's given. You know, kid's got some offers to go play in college. He's also a rugby athlete. Pretty good chance he's going to be playing rugby in college as the Marin Catholic punt team comes back out.
Kids are some dogs. And I know we got 37, 36 seconds left on the game clock.
2 minutes and 35.
Yeah, sorry. Just looking at those seconds, you know, looking pretty good. Don's feeling great. Yeah, not much more to say. I mean, people are texting me about making some shout-outs here. Shall I?
We could.
You know, as we're at this timeout, we're going to cut back down to us, the broadcast boys. And once again, another great thanks. Thank you for everyone who's watched it as this game winds down with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in this final quarter of play. We'd like to thank everyone, you know.
Everyone at home is watching.
Jackson Garbo, that's one name I was told to throw out there. Anthony Mullen.
Moore Ziskin, Billy O'Brien. You know, we, like, honestly, there's no better feeling for us than getting, you know, affirmation that people like the broadcast in general.
Shout out to parents. I've been getting some screenshots from the parents, comment, liking that our stuff, and akinning me to, who was it? The guy from Major League, the broadcaster there.
Ooh.
It was.
There we go. Ball.
Don's playing some football here now.
And there's a safety for Acalanes. Talk about a nail in a coffin. Oh my goodness. Like the Acalanes parents are now incredibly fired up as the score's now going to be 51-21 as they break off yet another score. It's going to be safety and Acalanes going to get the ball back.
Berger is not feeling great as this is how his senior year comes to an end, sadly. As he's showing some emotion on the field right now. Not feeling great about that safety.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. 2 minutes and 22.
Do you think Dons are going to be able to put up another 6 points here, put up another 6, and then kick that field goal, get 7 there?
That would be fun. We're now in 50-plus point territory. We're up by 30 points.
I can point out that the other 7 besides Andrew up, that is Max. Out on the special team. I played rugby with him last year. Cool. Kid's got a lot of spunk, got a lot of grit, and I'm excited. Maybe we get a little return here.
Yeah, it looks like he's going back there. So.
We got Condi. He was a freshman year returner, but Condi's back there for the return, accompanied by Lockwood.
Yep, Lockwood's been doing it all game. Condi coming out here in lieu of Finn Rivera, number 13. We're going to have the safety kickoff coming up. 2 minutes again. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left on the game. And the parents are clapping it up for the Dons.
Bob Ewiker is the correction for who I've been akin to.
There we go.
Kick off
That's a nice
to
kick.
River
Ball
Lockwood.
is fielded by Lockwood. Lockwood decides to take it up the middle, bounces it outside, looking to get some extra yards, and he's going to go out of bounds at about the 42, 43.
Great job from the Dons. You know what? We want to shout out family members. I don't know. I'm just in a shout-out mood right now.
Are we in a shout-out mood?
I guess because I'm just happy right now. I'm happy how the Dons are doing. It just makes you like want to just be happy, you know?
Yeah.
Give thanks.
It's
So we are coming up to Thanksgiving.
and you know what I'm thankful for, Will?
What?
I'm thankful for the broadcast.
I'm thankful for my partner right here. I'm thankful for this entire crew.
That is absolutely correct. We love being out here. And for the folks at home, the broadcasting does not stop with football. We cover a multitude of sports. We do water polo, even though those seasons are basically over. We're going to do basketball.
We're going to be attacking the winter sports
Some
hard.
soccer.
Basketball, soccer. We're playing all around the world here.
Maybe some baseball in the spring.
Yeah, I heard Nico Roig's been wanting to commentate that.
Absolutely.
Winkle's checking that wrist right there. A little Shadur action.
There we go. Ball is snapped. Handed off to number 15, Luca Otham. First touch at running back. Makes a couple guys miss, and he's tackled for a loss. But you can see that fast twitch muscle, doesn't get the blocks he needs, but he's able to, evade the first couple contacts before Marin Catholic gets in there. It's going to be 1 minute and 50 seconds left on the game and counting. And I think Luca Otham might have been the one who got that safety too. So, that's a really fun night for the guy.
Yeah, score update from Cardinal Newman. And Cardinal Newman is up 7 in OT. The game has not ended yet, but it's 21-14 Cardinal Newman.
Here's Otham again, bounces it outside, makes a man miss, and he's brought down, but Jesus, he's quick. A minute and 20 seconds left.
Yeah, 1 minute ago, Cardinal Newman kicked their PAT.
So it's looking like, unless Sam Marin can pull off something crazy, that the Dons maybe take it on Cardinal Newman.
I think they still got a shot. Sam Marin still does. Good touchdown, go for 2.
Could end the game. Either way, it's going to be a great game, folks. Here is Winkles looking to take the play call. About 50 seconds left. Third down. I believe you can run victory form. Yeah, it's looking like Acalanes is going to come out in victory formation here. Take the knee, and that's going to be the end of our first NCS playoff game.
Wow, D1 open. The Dons.
It looks like they're going to take a delay game penalty, but it's not really going to matter.
The Dons show up in their first ever game and put up 51 on the scoreboard. I think that's a symbolic number for the Dons this entire season.
It actually is.
Yeah.
Number 51, Amin Naruzi. Rest in peace at Acalanes. We all loved him. We're all missing him dearly. And, that's a nice moment of symbolism here as the Dons put up 51 points. They're going to take the knee, and that is going to be the end of our first NCS football
Division I open game.
We want to take a moment to thank you guys so much for tuning in. We've expressed how grateful we are to all of you guys at home, but just to reiterate, we love having you guys.
And our final score for tonight, as the clock strikes 0, Dons 51, Marin Catholic 21, as the Dons progress on to the semifinals of the NCS Division I Open bracket and are most likely going to play Cardinal Newman.
Before we end, we always love to shout out some players of the game. Number 9, Grant Condi, with some big interceptions, big play. Had a great night. Grant Ricker with 1 interception, 2 touchdowns, another great night.
I think.
Daniel Dunn.
Obviously Dunn, but I think you're forgetting someone.
I think I'm forgetting someone. And
wears a special number, number 6.
And how can you forget?
Say it with me now. 1, 2, 3.
Tyler Winkles. Winks, the phenomenal second-year starter as a junior, calls his own number twice, 2 rushing touchdowns, multiple passing touchdowns. The head of this offense. He's done a tremendous job, and it's been great. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm Oliver Stoneman.
I'm Will Miller. I'd like to shout out all our watchers, from my grandparents, Cece and Papa, to anyone, Marin Catholic fans. Not the way you wanted to turn out, but thank you for tuning in, and I bet you guys will improve and be better next year. Or I wasn't supposed to come out mean. It was like, we're excited to play you guys next year if we do.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Shout out my parents, yep. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
Pound it.
Pound it. Noggin.
Noggin.